Antonio Spurs fans, welcome to TSR Sports. Dallas Mavericks fans, welcome to finally, our San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama make their regular season debut tonight. And I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard. We'll have the lineups over here. Have a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community, so hope you join part of that by hitting the subscribe button. Of course, if you're enjoying the stream already, enjoying the intro, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Fast, fun, nutritious, and delicious, and it does help the channel. And as always, we've already heard it a couple times, but let's hear it again. Been waiting for, I feel like I've been waiting months for this, ever since the San Antonio Spurs won the overall number one overall pick in the NBA draft and drafted Wemby. Just been waiting to see him in the regular season, because everybody keeps saying summer league doesn't matter, preseason doesn't matter. Well, it matters now. It matters now. Good evening, Luke. Yes, ESPN actually showing the Spurs. ESPN cares about the Spurs now. Go figure. Good evening, Daniel. Good evening, Spur of the Moment. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Selena. Good evening, Grogu, hiding down here, watching the game, having a bud. And we got the Celtics playing the Knicks right now. They're up 78-68. This game I'm calling tonight doesn't start for about a half hour, but I was like, you know what? It's the season opener. I want to be here to talk about your expectations for the season, expectations for Wemby. I've got a weekly series plan that one of you, the viewers, had suggested. It's going to be a little different than thought, but I think it's something I can maintain throughout the season. Might be fun, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm hoping to debut it Sunday. Good evening, the alien. I think I know who that is. Good evening, Mark. Extra smooth dude. Gabriel, thank you all for stopping in. And I'm going to say this like a broken record. If you guys could hit the thumbs up tonight, would appreciate it. I'm sure there are many people streaming this game tonight because of Wemby's debut. I mean, a lot of Spurs channels per se. We're a Spurs channel and we're a Spurs community, so let's see if we can grow this channel and this community together. Game is late, Mordecai. I'm not a big fan of I'm not down with the lateness per se, being on the East Coast. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm happy that I finally get to see our team play. The NBA season's here, and I think the Spurs are going to be better than expected. A lot of analysis have them finishing with under 30 wins, which just makes me kind of shake my head thinking, really? Victor Wembanyama is only good for a few wins? Alrighty, whatever. I still say around 38 to 40, I don't know. 38 to 43 is my window. I'm effing ready too, Mr. Z. What's up, JC? BC, thank you for stopping in. Well, if you think Wemby's going off tonight, we got a poll in the chat. Just how many points do you think he'll score? You can vote over there, and I'll close the poll at 9:30 when the game starts. And I don't think he'll go for 30 plus, but I could see him going for, I'm going to say Jordan's number. I'm going to say 23. Well, Dimon, go Spurs too. I don't know about that second half, but the League City Edition jersey. So is that officially the brown and white jerseys? The kind of retro, was it an Alamo Western thing or a Hemisphere Arena thing they were doing? You know, I want to see them in action before I make a definitive answer to that. When I see the Spurs actually playing in those jerseys, my opinion might change. I haven't seen a picture of the team posing them yet. I don't know if those are out there. If it's just pictures of the uniform by itself, I don't think the uniform just sitting there is a good gauge of how good the uniforms are going to be. I think actually seeing it on the players on the court will really give me a better idea of whether I like the jersey or not. The West is better. You know what? 32 wins is still over the Vegas odds. I think Vegas has them at 27.5. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I know the West, a lot of teams have gotten better, but our Spurs have gotten better. A lot better. Our defense was worst in a lot of categories, I believe, in the NBA last season. We now have a shot blocker that can not only block shots in the paint, but he can block shots 2-point land, and we've seen him block 3-pointers. Our defense, I think, is going to be much improved. Demisel missed more than half the season last year. Having him in the lineup on the regular should help. We have a much bigger team. We got crushed on the boards all last season. I expect we'll be much better on the boards this year. I mean, Wemby with a triple-double, JC, would be, I mean, I would be ecstatic if he went up our triple-double. The jersey is boring. Well, I still think my favorites are probably the City Edition jerseys were I think the first ones they did They were the black jerseys that had the Fiesta color stripes on the side. That felt the most Spurs-ish. I've liked the other ones. Let me wait and see on the new one. All right, Phil, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate it, and be it far from me to tell somebody not to. I imagine we'll see the City Edition jerseys debut within the next 2 weeks. I'm thinking. Hopefully. By the way, not NBA related, but for those of you that follow the UFC or know that I follow UFC, the main event for the UFC in New York, UFC 295, has been canceled because John Jones tore a pectoral muscle or pectoral ligament or tendon. He tore something in his chest. He's not going to be fighting. And I almost bought tickets to that event. I was looking at it. My buddy Jeff really wanted to go, and tickets, like okay tickets, were like $1,500 to $1,800. And I was like, nope, not happening. I went on SeatGeek today, and everything is like dropped by 50% now that main event's been scrapped. So I'm so thankful I did not buy those tickets, because I would have been just disappointed beyond no end. What's good, John? Hopefully tonight's game between the Spurs and the Mavericks, I'm expecting a Spurs win. Both teams, from what I understand, will be at full strength. There was some talk about Zach Collins not being able to play for San Antonio. He's good to go. There was a lot of talk about Luka Doncic not being able to go for the Mavs. I am really glad he's able to go. I want to see both teams at full strength. On paper, do they have a better team? I mean, they do have two All-Stars in Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. The Spurs have none, unless I'm forgetting an All-Star appearance from one of our guys at random. So, and the Mavericks have kind of given us a hard time the last few years. I don't feel like we've had a winning record against the Mavs the whole time that we've done this channel. I could be wrong, but I feel like the Spurs are usually like 1-3 against them every year. Hey, I got a drink too. It's water, Mr. Z, but it's good. Dang, Jones is entertaining. So, yeah. And Mordecai, the main event was supposed to be John Jones versus Stipe Miocic, and that has been, I assume, postponed indefinitely. And I really wanted to see that. Plus, there was a lot of talk that would be John Jones' retirement fight. So that's why ticket prices were going up. And now they're going down, significantly down. Devin Self finally, Playmaker Gator, I would love to see it. He has improved every year. His three-point shot this season so far, just what we've seen in the preseason. I think he played in Summer League. He played in Summer League? I don't remember. But he has looked good. Really good on the catch and shoot. His three-point percentage has been very high in the preseason. Will that carry over into the regular season? I don't know, but I think our floor spacing is going to be much better than it has in the past. Most of the time on this channel, Jakob Poeltl's been the starting center, and had no range. Is all in the paint. Whereas Zach Collins is a legit stretch five. He's been shooting three-pointers at around 36-37% in the preseason. Kelman, Devin can hit the three. Jeremy's still kind of hit or miss on that, but Wemby can hit the three as well. So I think our floor spacing will be much better, especially with teams clearly looking to double team Wemby and cause a turnover, which he has struggled with a little bit, admittedly. At 7'3", 7'4", he's not seeing those guards sneak around his backside and poke the ball out. But when he does see them coming, which he has, then he's getting the ball out to the open three-point shooter, and thankfully the Spurs are making a lot of those threes. Good evening, Leonardo. Thank you for stopping in. Tristan, thank you for stopping in. Edgar, good evening. Armando, Glaze and Bacon. Basketball practice? Practice? You talking about practice? Not the game. Three Beards, good evening to you. I'm excited for tonight's game. I mean, that should be obvious. There's still a long ways to go before the game starts, but I wanted to go live and hang out with you guys, talk some Spurs, talk about your season expectations, and your expectations for tonight. Is Wemby going to get Rookie of the Year? Is he going to be a top 3 finish? I think we're all probably going to be a little biased there and say he's going to get Rookie of the Year, but I'm sure Thunder fans are saying, Chet's going to lock this one up. Yeah, Sohan, Luka, I mean, he's got size. He's actually a little taller than Luka Doncic. We did see Jeremy go against point guards last year, such as Steph Curry and Damian Lillard, and played them pretty well, if I remember correctly. So he's certainly up to the challenge. If he can not shut Luka down, I don't think you're ever going to shut a really good basketball player down. But if you can slow them down and make them have an average game, I think you did your job. Those are good evening. My favorite player, Allen takes the court for real. Yes, it is for real. Go Spurs, go to you. Big guns. Well, I mean, this is the new setup now. 41-41 Spurs. I think that's very possible. Good evening, Sal. Thank you for stopping in. Rich, do you think that Mavs will go after 1v1 or expect him in double team? I expect him to get double teamed a lot tonight. Spurs finally on national TV for the first game of the season since 2000 to the 14 and 15 season. Wow. For the moment, he's got to earn it. Hello from France. Isabel, thank you for stopping in. It's already 3 a.m. here, ever playing a basketball game. Wow, thank you for stopping in, Isabel. We are San Antonio Spurs channel. If you guys have seen the banners change, I've changed it to from TSR Sports to a Spurs community. The name of the channel is still TSR Sports. Clearly, this is a Spurs channel. We've been going live since 2019 for Spurs games. It's been a tough 4 years. I know Wemby's going to draw a lot of eyeballs to a lot of different channels because of, well, being Wemby. That's great. I'm just hoping that the Spurs fans hang out with me with this, because you guys are my Spurs community. I live in Connecticut. France in the house. I'm sure there'll be a lot of France in the house. Good evening, July 26th. Vincent from Columbia, thank you for stopping in. They do have, they do glaze and bacon. Wasn't Derek Lively their draft pick this year? He's a rookie, right? I don't remember much of the draft after the first few picks, admittedly. France and San Antonio go together like peanut butter and jelly. I need to learn some French. Calixto, thank you for stopping in. And you know what? I see people saying in the chat, let's just bring it up. With some sound now. I made that little edit earlier today. I was like, my Go Spurs Go thing doesn't have a Go Spurs Go cheer. Let's change that up. Wemby will get an all-star selection in year number 1 because he will have all France voting for him. Hey, that's certainly possible. It's just not a skill vote. It is very much a popularity vote. Yes, I think so too, BC. CS Levine, what's that mean, Leonardo? I honestly don't know. They're going to have what? Yes, probably Derek Lively on him. I would think so. I think he's going to have a good game. I think he's going to be very solid this season. I think Wemby, he's got a very unique skill set for a man his size. He's going to have games where, the boo birds are going to come out and say Victor Wembanyama's a bust, and we just got to, as Spurs fans and or Wemby fans, just, take that with a grain of salt and know that we have something special here. The Spurs have their first franchise player since Kawhi Leonard. And I do think they can win a championship with him. If he stays healthy, if he develops into the player we all think he can be, and they have the right pieces around him, I don't see why we can't be a championship contender through a good portion of his career. Game starts at 9:30 Eastern time here where I am. So that's tip-off will probably be around 20 minutes or so. It all depends on ESPN gets going, and the Celtics and Knicks are playing right now. They have about 9 minutes and change left in their game. But I would think it'd be around 9:35, 9:40. I normally don't like to go this early before games. It's a season opener. Wanted to chat with you guys. I know a lot of channels are going very early for this well. I was like, well, I'm just going to have to suck it up and do it too. Here's how to cheer. Now, I'm probably going to say that wrong as well. Is it les Spurs? Is a Z silent? Is a les Spurs? My French sucks. What's going on with Dwight Howard? He is not going to come back to the NBA. Yes, Armando, that is late. And your UPS check job, nice. Kind of missed DeMar, LaMarcus, and Rudy Gay. The mid three? Oh, that's such a mean nickname, but so true. They're not the big three, they were the mid three. I mean, that's kind of on. Dante Jenkins says he averaged 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game this year. I think he could do 23, but I have him pegged around 18. I think the rebounds are going to be lower just because he's not banging in the paint right now, at least from what we've seen in the preseason. And there's been a lot of plays where the shots missed and Wemby's already left for a fast break. You can't get a rebound if you're running down the end of the court. So I think he's going to take advantage of a lot of transition plays. The 3 blocks, though, I could definitely see happen. I could even see him averaging 4 blocks per game. He's got that kind of size. He's got that kind of skill. Would not be shocked if he averages 4 blocks per game. There's already guys like Paul George taking back what they initially said about Wemby. Was he talking smack? Derek White's looking awful tonight. I like his new hair, though. So, I mean, that's good. Parlou Vonse, okay, I do know. I used to know a little from like Earned Trois, Catcher Saint Cease. I think is that how you count? I'm sure I'm saying it. Oh, the life. CS Levine. Vassell could easily go for 20. Vamos Spurs, vamos. Is it vamos escuelas, vamos? I'm trying to learn too many languages. Yeah, I got confused. Calixto, yo hablo poquito español, pero es no bueno. My Spanish sucks. I'm a ceiling turtle power July 26th. Wemby versus Luka Kyrie won an unfair match. Wemby should not be going one-on-one with either of them unless there's some kind of switch. I don't really know if I want to see that. Doping you're hating on former Spurs unless it's Kawhi. The Alien. I just did a quick YouTube search for Spurs versus Mavs and saw 7 other channels out there. And Phil, if you did that search last year for most Spurs games, it probably would have been just me. Maybe one other channel. But yes, I'm not surprised there's a lot of channels calling the Spurs game tonight. I've talked to my girlfriend about it, and she's like, what we've talked about, the benefits of Wemby coming to the team and how it can help grow our channel, but also many other channels are covering it. Not just independent content creators like myself and others, but ESPN is now covering the Spurs. Big channel, Fox Sports, or those type of channels are now covering them, and those big channels are going to take us little guys and kind of push them down a bit. So hopefully we can still grow with Wemby. I think we will. I think temper our expectations and not expect the channel to blow up overnight, because a lot of folks are saying that the channel's going to blow up so big. I'm like, you know what? There's going to be more competition out there than there ever has been before. And I look at it as friendly competition. In the end, you all know this is clearly a Spurs channel. I mean, anybody that's been here for a month, a year, or more, we've gone through 4 losing seasons. This might be a losing season too. We'll see, but it'll be go Spurs, go every day here. No, July 26th, really not at all. It's very, it's actually pretty good in my Spanish. It's a little bit of work. It is thank you, Phil. I do appreciate that. And I'm sure that there's a lot of us smaller Spurs channels, and you guys know who we are. There's a few of us out there. I'm sure we're gonna have a very loyal fan base, and we appreciate that, because you guys and we have been here through really not even the mid 3, the no 3. But I think with this current roster, I truly hope that it turns into Fantastic 4. We're not talking about 3 players. Ideally for me, and you guys have talked about it too, it would be Wemby, Sohan, Devin, and Kelling becoming our Fantastic 4. And just, bringing back the beautiful game where it's a team thing. It doesn't have to be Wemby every night. It doesn't have to be Devin every night. It's just keep the ball moving and play Spurs basketball. Checking in from Chicago, David Lee. Thank you for stopping in. Well, Dante, I've come a long way from 16, which I had for a decade on my first channel on YouTube, which was an independent channel. So I should also, look at things at a positive light. Like I could still be doing independent films with 16 subscribers. I feel very blessed that I'm part of this community where we have 20,000 plus subscribers. And I'm really excited to see where it goes over the next few years. Knicks are winning by 2. I have it tied 86 all, Leonardo, but I could be ahead of you. I could be behind you. I'm probably behind you tonight. Rich, you're one of the 3 True Spurs channels. I can name 4. 4, I think. Myself, you guys know Clan the Spurs fan, SSPN, DC Tree Nation. I know he's one of the older ones. That's all I know. If you ask me to name other ones, I got nothing. Rich, I could teach you Spanish. Well, I think I'm good. Yes, Isabel, they're going to get more attention. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Tommy, good evening. Sup, bro? Heard international NBA players add an ATH. Best of luck tonight. Yes, I'm obviously rooting for Wemby, rooting for the Spurs in general. Count, thank you. You've been here since 2019, since this channel started early, so appreciate your just undying support. And everybody, whether you've been here a minute, an hour, well, we haven't been live for an hour, but a minute, a week, a month, a year, or more, just I appreciate, I appreciate being a part of a Spurs community. I really do. It's fun. It was tough last year. Last year was certainly the roughest year for all of us, with the team winning only 22 games. There was a 14 or 16 game losing streak somewhere in there, and also an 11. It was really rough. I went to see 2 games live in Texas, and one of the games they were losing by 30 at halftime to the Suns, and they were never in the game. Attendance was really bad last year. But in the end, what goes down must come up, and the Spurs again got the number 1 draft first overall pick. David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and now Wemby, 3 times a first round pick. We're very lucky as a fan base to have at least that kind of luck in the lottery. When it hits 9 o'clock, they should cut the game right to Wemby. Well, it'd be 9:30. Unless I'm reading it. Yeah, 9:30 is for the month. They're not going to just cut it to the Spurs game unless this game is over. Good evening, Stephanie. Thank you for stopping in. No, you just said 9:30. Man. T209. Thank you for letting us know that you have to poo. That's good information. That I don't know what to say. It's such fun sharing this moment with you. Yes, Isabel. Absolutely. Thank you, Calvin. It came out on stream. Somebody figured it out because one, they heard her in the background because I asked her if she was okay. I thought she hit herself on the radiator petting her dog, and I was like, well, you know what? It's not something I was looking to just announce intentionally, but I'm not going to hide it now either. So there is a Miss TSR Sports. She's not a Spurs fan, but I think she's becoming a Spurs fan by association, and she does find Wemby an extremely unique. I think she enjoys watching him. I mean, how can you not? Seems like a good kid. He's young. He's got just his game is just so different than what we've seen before. To have that height and do the things he does, and he's only going to get better. Not gonna lie, I'm excited to see Vassell and KJ. Yes, with less attention on them, there certainly should improve the game. Wemby dropping 24-6-4. That I could see happening, Joe. I don't think he's going to put up huge rebound numbers in his rookie year. But I think the points and the block shots are going to be there for sure. Last year was your favorite with your Spurs. Watching it was fun for that, Homer. Seeing the team develop was fun. Seeing them beat the defending, not at the time champions, but seeing them defeat the eventual NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets. But it was tough too watching Kelman struggle. You know, Kelman's still my favorite player on the Spurs, and he had a really rough year efficiency-wise. He had a couple long streaks where he was shooting like 30% from the field. Devin was injured a lot. The constant different lineups every week made it was a kind of a roller coaster. Some folks enjoyed it. I was kind of like looking for stability. Then all the trades too, where we just finally cleaned house with the rest of the roster with Jakob going. I think Jakob was the first trade last year. Suns fan? Who's a Suns fan? Calvin, you? Aren't you a Suns fan? I mean, it's lucky to have a dude like Wemby. Yes. Mr. Z, was it your last season, your first season? And wow. And you joined when the team was down, so props to you for sticking it out. Why not, Jack? Officially a Spurs fan. Go Spurs go. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, JC. Appreciate that. Come on, Insane. That doesn't matter. You have that. Come on. That. Last year was awesome seeing those flash loot. Yes. She's Mandalorian. How's that? Not saying they're making the playoffs, but I hope they prove ESPN experts wrong. Suck it, ESPN. Yes, suck it. ESPN is right, Edgar. Holy crap, they give us no love. Even though they're showing us tonight. What's up, Nintendo Lego NBA fan? No, she's not a Suns fan. I don't think she has a team. She does. I've forgotten it. I know she's watching. Sorry. I don't remember your team is. I heard Wemby giving Rich a shout out after the game. Alonzo, Wemby, it was real nice to have you calling the game, Rich. It is nice to be back, Orlando. If Wemby gave me a shout out, I would fall off my darn couch. Bandwagoner is in the house. Bandwagoner, oh man. Listen, what's up, Jacob? Yeah, my girlfriend made a good point. I mentioned there's a lot of new Spurs fans because of Victor Wembanyama. And she said, you know what, David Robinson was your gateway to the San Antonio Spurs. I discovered him halfway through my rookie season, and I became a Spurs fan because of him. There could be a lot of NBA fans out there or non-NBA fans that don't have a team, and they're looking for a team, and they're intrigued by Victor Wembanyama and say, you know what, I want to follow him in that team. That's not necessarily the worst thing for our fan base, is it? I don't think so. Chat is getting rowdy, is it? I feel bad for Derek White getting peer pressure to shave his head. I think it was the Charles Barkley and Shaq thing where they were making fun of his hair. It was mean. It was funny, but it was very mean, and I think that may have kind of sent him down that particular path. By the way, I've not asked for this in a while. If y'all could hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it. It does help the channel. And if you're new here, we are a huge San Antonio Spurs community, and everybody is certainly welcome. We're getting close to we're actually getting close to 100 likes. Can we get to 100 likes before the game starts? The game should start in about 10 minutes or so. We're at 74. There's definitely enough of you to make that happen. That would be unbelievably awesome if we get to 100 thumbs up before Wemby even takes the floor. All right, let's see what we got here. When did you all become a Spurs fan? I became a fan after he scored 71 against the Clippers. I remember that like it was yesterday, Dante Jenkins. 71 versus the Clippers to finish the season at 29.8 per game, beating Shaq, who finished the season at 29.3. I still have the box score from a newspaper, which when that was a thing, reading the newspaper, I still have the box score I cut out from that in my dresser drawer. I was watching some of your preseason live games, and thank you. I appreciate that. Why not? I try to be awesome. Can you believe that this is the first time since 1869 the Spurs have a national... 1869? Nice. Oh, so Shaq and Barkley. That's you. First season following the NBA. When may the Spurs have you hyped? Exactly. Jacob says, let's push that thumbs up. Mila, a blessed Thursday morning. Well, blessed morning to you. Aaron, I am so pumped up, and the game hasn't started yet. It's going to start probably in about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Finally get to see Wemby for real. I heard it was his wife insinuated. Oh, was it his wife? That makes sense. Joe Rand, a good evening to you from San Antonio. Rich is a Spurs fan, and Morin's the New York. So I am a San Antonio Spurs fan and a New York Giants fan. Though they did win Sunday, the game wasn't televised in my area because it was on CBS, and the game got bumped. Their game got bumped for the Patriots game. And I'm a New York Yankees fan. The Yankees have been just a colossal disappointment the last decade. The Giants have gone from a disappointment to embarrassing at times. Yeah, they won Sunday, and the defense is finally coming around. But my goodness, this franchise is going through head coaches every 2 years. I have no words. What's up, Pancho? Thank you for stopping in. 830 area here, South Central Texas. You guys dropping some area codes in the chat now? Well, that's cool. I know the 210. I used to live in the 413. We got to 100 thumbs up before the game started. Thank you very much. And actually, I don't ever ask you guys to do this, but if you could share the stream maybe on your Twitters and say, hey, come on and hang out with an awesome San Antonio Spurs community, because that's us. If people are looking for a place to hang out tonight, this is a good place to do it. Do you think they'll hold the tip-off until the Knicks-Celtics game is over? They could. There's 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. They could possibly put the game on ESPN 2 or 3. It's not beyond ESPN to do that. I have been vaguely watching this Knicks and Boston game. The Knicks were down by like 10, and now they're up by 6 on a possible 4-point conversion coming up, 99-93. Hey, Aaron Judge is in the house. No, not San Francisco Giants. New York Giants. July 26th. The New York Football Giants, who are not footballing too much. Brandon Bostic, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Chris, what's up? My prediction? Pain. A little Mr. T for you from Rocky. Love it. Yes, she's looking good as always. You know what? We haven't shown Selena doing her thing. Check this out. Yep, Spurs. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. You know what? Let's get on the Go Spurs Go up here. I do not play fantasy. I tried to draft Wemby at 26, but dude got drafted at 21. Wow. 21st overall in fantasy? Now, in basketball fantasy, do they give you more points for defensive stuff? Because I think he's going to have a lot of block shots this year. I truly think 3 minimum. I don't think he'll average more than 4 because the minutes aren't going to be there to do so. But I do see him averaging 3 to 4 blocks a game. Absolutely. Chris, I want to be calling the game all season. I'm hoping to be live for at least 78 of the games. I figured I'm trying to get out to San Antonio for maybe a game or two at some point this year. I'm trying to figure out, I'm going at the end of the season. A viewer, you know who you are, sent me the schedule of the games you're going to. I might try to make one of those next year and go with you. We'll see. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. But if I go out to see a game or two, then obviously I can't be live on the YouTube channel because I'll be there. Of course, ticket prices have skyrocketed too to go see the Spurs, so that's also something I can consider a bit. John Lou, you're excited. I'm excited. Let me end the poll so I can see what you guys voted for. I said I'd shut it down around 9:30. Well, that's right now. Let's end the poll. And let's get the final results. Hopefully next year, BC. Good evening, Mario. Your Knicks are winning. So we had Let's see. 45% said Wemby's going to score 22 to 29 tonight. 29% said 14 to 21. 23% said 30 or more. And then 1% of the Mavericks fans said 13 or less out of total 187. 187. And you don't stop. It's 187 on my poll. I hope it's a close game too, Martha. Victor Wembanyama is in the chat. Wemby, good evening. Thank you for stopping in, Wemby. Appreciate you being here. Victor Wembanyama is in the house. And he can't wait to block Doncic, and he can't wait to block Kyrie too. Orlando says 24 points, 7 rebounds, 6 blocks, 3 steals. Woo! Controversial statement warning. Saying here first, Wemby's floor is Tim Duncan's ceiling. Spurs are on TV, I think, 18 times, Joe. If we count NBA TV, I think they have like 18, it might be 19 games. Yes, 1% is the Mavs. All good. Nanima 94, good evening. If I say hi to you guys more than once, my apologies. I'm just trying to be, say hi to everybody. That's right, Ponto. He is so good. He's in the chat and he has to play in 10 minutes. What an unbelievable specimen. Ghostby, good evening to you. Bobby February, thank you for stopping in. I'm excited. The Thunder's going to be out tonight. Some Thunder Dunks of Justice. If you're new to the channel, you're not sure what a Thunder Dunk of Justice is. Well, when the San Antonio Spurs throws down a dunk, I yell Thunder Dunk of Justice and crack the Thunder. Planet Clado, good evening. Now, I did hear ESPN call Victor Wembanyama. I mean, they were butchering his name. Or whoever the game was, somebody was butchering his name. It was in the last game of the game before that. Hello, Kobe. Yes, finally the Spurs season starts. Luka about to get his welcome to the Wembanyama moment. Good to see you all as well. And yes, if we could get the thumbs up machine continuing to go, we're doing it. You guys are doing it. Well, I contributed. I hit the thumbs up. But you are killing the thumbs up tonight. Maybe we can have a record-breaking night as a Spurs stream. I think the Spurs record is... I don't know what the record is for a Spurs stream. I want to say 300... I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. The record for the channel, I think, is over 1,000, and that was the NBA live draft from last year. I have no idea what the Spurs record is. I'm excited, too. I mean, this Knicks game does need to end, because this Knicks game needs to end. NBA is now the WNBA. I like that. I hope so about how sports talk. We'll see. There's a lot of channels streaming the Spurs this season. I think a lot of channels are going to stream the big games where I will be here. We will be here for every game. I think my girlfriend's saying that's going to be the big difference is, a lot of channels are going to cover the Spurs when they play the Warriors, the Lakers, an opening game like the Mavericks. They're probably not going to care about games like the Spurs versus the Rockets on Friday. I'm like, well, I still care. You guys still care. I was like, that's a good point. Tavares, it is a season opener. Spur of the moment, we should definitely get 200 thumbs up, maybe 300. That's pronounced Doncic. Is it Doncic, really? I've always heard Doncic. Luka Doncic, really? Has everybody been saying it wrong? Okay. Wemby, you ready to have a big game tonight? Victor Wembanyama in the chat. M. Cloud, thank you for stopping in. So there's still 4 minutes left in this Knicks game. I wonder if they're going to put the game on ESPN 2. Guys, can you let me know in the chat if you see anything about the game being on ESPN 2 briefly? Because this is Victor Wembanyama's debut, and to have it not be shown would be just... I would not be happy. I think Derek Lively will probably be on him to start the game. Turo, probably Lively. TSR only Selena approved change. Rooting hard for Derek White. He was a good player for us. I know a lot of Spurs fans were really sad when he got traded. But that kind of was like, was that like the first step of the rebuild? It was Derek and then DeJounte and then, from there. Good morning, Jorling Chung. Thank you for stopping in. Girlfriend sounds like a keeper finding the positive cheers. Yes, she does. Why not? Yes, she is definitely a keeper. And she's watching, so I know she's watching. ESPN usually tells you if they're going to cut to run the second game on one or the other. Okay. Next game was overtime. They got to show it on another. They got to show on ESPN too. Ever had Evan Longoria on air with Evan Longoria? No, I have not. Not a GIF or a PNG or the real person. I'm watching the Knicks and Celtics still on ESPN. No, it hasn't, Tavares. I'm getting kind of nervous. Kind of said I can't watch the whole game. I got school. Speaking of sad glaze and bacon, the Giants won only their second game of the year on Sunday. I couldn't watch the game because I got bumped for the Patriots game. Both games were on CBS. Giants in Washington and Patriots and whoever they played. And if the Giants are on CBS and the Patriots are playing, where I live in Connecticut, Giants go bye-bye. Now, just so you know your stuff. I mean, I just go by what I've heard for years. Brown, all that money, 11 point. Wow. What do you think of Alexei Pukavelich from Thunder? I don't know enough to talk about him. I know that. Can't say his name. Yes, it's only on ESPN as far as I know. They'll delay spurts like the 40-minute mark before that. I think they're going to delay 2 Valhalla. I don't think they want to put it on ESPN 2. I think they're going to make it so we're going to be up all night. Bobby February with the $1.99 super chat says, he says this. First go to you. This is a San Antonio Spurs channel and community, so if you're new here tonight saying, hey, what's this all about? It's a live play-by-play, a live reaction, live game clock. We'll have the rosters up over here on who's on the court if and when the game ever starts. And a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. We try to do videos, throughout the week. If there's any Spurs news. I do have a weekly series planned for Sundays. It'll just be a NBA short every Sunday. Not what we were originally going to do on the channel, but I think you guys will all like it, and it should fit easily into my schedule, which is important. It's a double battle of Texas this week, Mario. We got the Spurs and Mavericks tonight. We got the Spurs and Rockets on Friday night. A double battle for Texas. Samuel, go Spurs, go to you. Tampering with Drew makes him before free agency. Wait, did that really happen? I didn't even know about that. Danny, good evening from the Philippines. Thank you for stopping in. We are all waiting for the Celtics and Knicks game to end so the Spurs game can start. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the Boston-New York game. Dante Jenkins with the hit that like button. Appreciate you doing that. You guys have been awesome with the thumbs up. If that doesn't mean stop now, don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. That was not me. That was totally this guy. Right here. None of that. Joe Castle with the $5 Twitch says, go Spurs, go from San Antonio, Texas, baby! Crystal, good evening to you. Thank you all for the super chats. I can't thank you enough for the support of the channel, whether it's a super chat, whether it's a thumbs up, whether it's a comment, whether it's a subscribe, or maybe it's a how are you or an F you, whatever it is, I appreciate it. Dwight texted you and said good luck. All right, Victor. King Kai, good evening to you. This Knicks game needs to end. This Knicks game needs to end. There's 2 minutes left. We're just going to skip over that. Wemby getting 30, Crystal, I would love to see Victor get 30 tonight. That would be awesome. We got 136 thumbs up. Can we get to 150 before the game starts? That would be... I don't think we've ever gotten to 150 before a game started. Now, granted, we went early on this one. We went live early, but still, if we can get to 150 thumbs up before the game even starts, you guys would just... you guys are already awesome. You already know that. Spurs fans are awesome. Love being a part of this community. Ref number 8 needs to be ejected. Jaylen Brown, $50 million a year to score 11 points. Well, yeah. This game's... yes, it is taking forever, Noah. Who's flopping around? Who's flopping around like a... I'm not gonna say it. Megan, hopefully you have a good evening. Got you on speakers while I'm working. Okay, King Kai, nice. Yeah, I discovered this type of stuff back in 2019, and it's really the fun part. Some people ask, I don't get it. People just sit there and watch you talk for 2 hours. I'm like, no. Big part of it is reading the chat and laughing at the chat. Sure, you're getting a play-by-play from me. If you can't watch the game or hear the game, you're finding out what's going on. There's a live scoreboard too, so you can keep track of it. But you're not sitting there just staring at my face. Nobody wants to do that except for one person that I know of. Aside from that, though, it's just a chance to hang out with other Spurs fans. Maybe talk a little smack with Mavericks fans. Oh, Valhalla Sports, I don't know about that. There's some bigger channels covering the game tonight. But I do think TSR Sports and this Spurs community, we're going to grow very well this year. I think it's going to be a work in progress. I don't think the big numbers are going to come right away. We're going to have good numbers for sure. But what's going to happen as the season progresses and people see, my girlfriend said this, and props to her for realizing this, they're going to see that this is a Spurs channel, and whether we cover, we'll cover the team against big games, but also the team against, the smaller games that are less significant, if you will, in the NBA community. And we'll be here win or lose, which we've all been here for the last 4 years losing. So finally things are going to turn around. Hopefully. Hello, Dweesh, Nick, thank you for stopping in. Madison, thank you for hanging out. I want to just say props to all the Mavericks fans for stopping in tonight, because you are welcome as well. While this is a San Antonio Spurs channel, I like to be very open to people of different teams coming in. Certainly appreciate a little polite trash talk. If Wemby misses a shot, like an air ball to three, you say, wow, Wemby really sucks. Stuff like that is fine. It doesn't bother me any. I know some people don't like it. Stuff like that doesn't bother me any. It's just when stuff starts crossing the line where people take personal jabs at people in the chat. It's like, we don't need to attack each other. Just joke around about the game and the battle for Texas. And, both teams have a franchise player. Luka Doncic, who's established himself easily as one of the best point guards in the NBA. Fair Mavs fans would say the best. Golden State Warriors fans would probably say probably not. And the Spurs have their franchise player now too, and getting his NBA regular season debut tonight. Can we have a fast forward button? Yes, Valhalla. I started off, this channel started off as doing everything, and it was too much. When the NBA playoffs were rolling, we would go live every night for different teams, and it finally settled in. It's a San Antonio Spurs channel first. I will have some, I switch between I and we. It's always a we. Always a we. If I say I, no, I mean we as well. We'll have some other NBA content, and maybe the random New York Giants thing. The next music song that I'm recording, I'm starting to write the lyrics now, is going to be about the New York Giants sucking. I'm still a Giants fan, and I love making music and doing only sports music on here, and the Giants do suck. Are they showing the game on ESPN? I mean, I can't believe it. There's still 2 minutes left in this Knicks and Celtics game. I'm getting kind of nervous. Well, ESPN 2 showing Texas and El Paso something. So I don't think... I'm going to switch it over to ESPN 3? Maybe it'd be on ESPN 3? It's 101, 101. Oh my gosh. I'm clicking on Mavericks in San Antonio. I'm clicking watch now. Can I watch the game now on ESPN 3? Your event is about to begin. So they're not even showing the game yet. Oh my gosh. They switched it over. The first quarter's over. I'm throwing my phone brick. KL5, the game hasn't started yet. The Knicks and Celtics game is taking forever. This happens every year, though. They don't plan ahead. The NBA, they constantly have games running over into the next game. I put it on ESPN 3 to see if they would show the Mavs and the Spurs. It just says your event's about to begin. Mario, the game's not even on. Has the game started? No, nothing's updated here. ESPN's not showing it anywhere. I hope it hasn't started, because Spurs fans and Mavericks fans should be upset alike. There's still a minute left in this friggin' Celtics. Wait, is ESPN 3 faster than... No, they're at the same speed. If the game has started, they ain't showing it on ESPN. Game has not started. I don't have a way of doing that, Drilling Chong. There's 50 seconds left. There's both teams are in the bonus, which means 800 free throws coming up. Rich, remember back in 2019, early 2020, when trolls would come in the stream and pick fights and they ruined some streams? Yeah, it did. It did to Alien. But, I was also different back then. I think I took things a little more personally with that stuff. Now I just don't care. I might talk a little smack, but usually I just time people out. I've been in those home ESPN TNT games. The crowd in the arena is waiting too. Ooh. How comes Razor Scooter? It's rough. Thank you for the information, Riz. I want to see Wemby GT. Luke, we've been waiting for, They are singing the anthem? All right, well. Thank you for the update, Marco. This Knicks Celtics team needs to end now. Not start until the referees have been told that the national coverage is ready. So, really, Luke? Is that actually a thing? FP, thank you for stopping in. I thought Luka was playing tonight. Can we get a confirmation? I last heard that Luka was playing. Joshua, it's on ESPN, but it hasn't started yet. Wattles, is it true we can watch ESPN for free? I don't know. Joshua in San Antonio? I don't know if the NBA Pass, I think, is doing a free thing for a week or two. But you can't watch it on NBA Pass if it's on ESPN because it'll be blocked out on the NBA Pass. Luka's playing. Luka's in. Awesome. I want to see him play. Mavericks fans want it. Jeremy Sohan's in the chat. Jeremy Sohan and Victor Wembanyama have stopped into our little Spurs channel here. That is awesome. Melissa, you're welcome. It's going to be a fun ride. I want to see him play. I want to see the best players from the Mavericks play the best players from the Spurs. I've always been like that. I know there's other fans that might say, rather the easy win. No. I want to know what we have, and the only way we're going to know what we have with our Spurs is if they play the best from the Mavericks. Not to mention, Luka's a fun player to watch. Kyrie's a fun player to watch. He's a knucklehead. I want to see the best from both teams. I don't want to see the stars from one team against the backups for another team. He is cleared to play. He'll probably play 30 minutes or less. Victor and Wemby and Sohan in the chat. Angel, this isn't ESPN. This is the NBA. 17 seconds left, and the Knicks are down 106-104. And Tatum finally gets fouled with 13 seconds left. But yes, ESPN does suck. Kyrie and Luka are the best players. He has that. Yes. Now, they won't be guarding him, but they can certainly try to pickpocket the ball. We have a timeout. Isabel says, oh, yeah, the main media is starting to get it now in France. Though most people are into rugby and soccer, but Tony Berger was a huge star over here. Do you call it soccer over there, Isabel, or is it football? Why used to cover, over here in America, it's covered soccer. When I briefly covered Premier League in 2019, I got so much crap for calling it soccer. I was like, that's what it's called if I say football. And a lot of my American viewers are watching. They might think I'm talking about, the New York Giants and New England Patriots, the Green Bay Packers. That's football over here. And soccer is actually not even an American term. I believe it came from Britain. It was slang for club football, or was another word for club football or something. But man, got hated on for saying soccer. We'll see. I can't answer that because I don't know. Yes, smash that thumbs up if you haven't done so. We're hoping to get to 150 before the game started. I have no idea where we are. The game should be starting. Oh my gosh, hopefully in a couple minutes. Football in India. Dojish, thank you for stopping in. I actually may have said that already, but not again. If this game goes into overtime, then they have to show the Spurs game on another channel. They cannot keep holding it up. I'm checking ESPN's score tracker right now. They're not showing the game has started yet. It's literally on delay. But it's already a late game for we got to well past 150 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I didn't realize we crushed 150. Maybe we can get to 200. That'd be great. Don't stop hitting the thumbs up. Don't stop hitting the thumbs up. All right, I'm not going to sing like Michael Jackson again. That was bad the first time. It's going to be worse the second. Donald, good evenings from San Antonio to you. If it's on overtime, you'll move it to ESPN 2, ESPN News. Okay. Yeah, the game hasn't started. They're showing around Victor Wembanyama, the third first-round pick in Spurs history. David Robinson, of course, Tim Duncan. Coming up next. So, yes, the NBA is really holding the game for his debut. Wow, this is going to be a long, long stream for us. Drew Holiday. I don't think Drew will be coming to the Spurs. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do long term. I think they believe that. I don't know what we're going to do in regards to, are we going to try to get an elite, well, try to get a starting point guard or a starting center? And then is Jeremy going to be the point forward for the duration of his career? I guess it depends how that works out this year and maybe next year. The goal would be eventually to have Wemby move to center, right? But for the time being, in his first year, maybe his second year, maybe his third year as well, I think he plays power forward. Or he may stay power forward permanently. About how I used to do baseball streams, and I stopped. And one of the things that finally, started putting the nail in the coffin for me on that is I did the London series in 2019 between the Red Sox and Yankees. Both games were 5 hours. And that really sucked the life out of me. It was in the summer, and I really, oh my gosh, just that really got to me. Yes, ex-Beastie, bro. The game is being delayed right now because of the stupid Knicks and the stupid Celtics. You're welcome, Westex. Football is really a dumb name for America. Football is really a dumb... Josh, I'm not sure what you mean. What's my thumbs up record for a stream, Phil? It's over 1,000. It's the NBA live draft. I don't know what the thumbs up are. If you're curious, you could check that stream. It's in the playlist of NBA videos. It's down a little bit, but when I was doing that, rooting for Kai Soto to get drafted, we had a lot of Filipinos turn out that night. We had 7,200 people watching at once, which is easily the largest crowd we've ever had on this channel, which was crazy. I think we might have gotten a 2,000 thumbs up on that. I have no idea. That stream definitely is the live record for the moment. But we're going to take it down at some point this year, Spurs fans. No, we don't, Jeremy Sohan. I know. Well, they're shooting free throws, so that's a free throw for the Celtics. 107-104, 11 seconds left to go in this game. Coob, I would love to see Wemby drop 40. ESPN knows they have millions of people anticipating Wemby's debut, so I see, yes, that's exactly why it's being delayed. He's going to be a huge draw. He is. He's going to be a huge draw for ESPN, for YouTube channels such as myself and others. It's an exciting time to be a Spurs fan. I said that all last season, too. I said it was an exciting time to be a Spurs fan because I knew good things were coming. I didn't know we were going to get the number one overall pick, admittedly, but I said good things are coming, and sure enough, they did. Another timeout. Both teams are out of timeouts. 2 seconds equals 10 minutes, right? Want to grab a beer after the game? Yes, they do, Phil. Yes, they do. I think the Spurs are on TNT a couple times this year, Joel. Last year, the Spurs only had one game that I couldn't watch on the League Pass, besides the blackout games in my area, which are the two against the Celtics and the Nets. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do for those games. I might try to go see... My girlfriend wants to go see the Celtics and Spurs play in Boston. I think they play in January. I should start looking at tickets for that. But this might not be the best year to go see the Spurs because of Wemby, the tickets might be way up there. So we'll play it by ear. The Wemby effect is real. Luke, it's painful. It's literally delayed the Spurs game by 15 minutes right now. Can't wait till Wemby serves up the Jante. Best tank. You know what? When he blocks his shot, wow. Looking in San Antonio, that place is rocking right now. The crowd is going nuts. It looks like it's a sellout. When's the last time the Spurs had a sellout? Are they usually a sellout in the season openers at least? I know last season was very empty at times in the arena. I felt bad. We have a thing called French tacos that sells better than McDonald's. Really? Next ball right now. Freaking whistle. Nope. Missed three. And the clock's going to end up running out. That game. All right. Get out of here, Boston. Get out of here. New York. Get that game off my TV and put the Spurs and Mavericks on. For the love of basketball. Jeez. Get. I don't care about the goodbyes. Get it out of here. They're about to tip, and the refs made him stop. Oh, the game has started. It literally just started. There's 6 seconds in. Sochan with the ball. Jeremy's going to drive. Jumper, no good. Gets his own miss. Jeremy Sochan out to Keldon Johnson. Thinks about 3, pulls down the 3. Keldon back to Sochan. Sochan in the paint. Gets the layup. And the Spurs have their first basket of the NBA regular season. So we missed a jump ball. ESPN dropped the ball there. Go figure. Doncic going to be guarded by Jeremy Sochan. Doncic with the ball right now. Gets it over to Kyrie. Kyrie going to be guarded by Zach Collins. I don't like that. Kyrie up to the free throw line. Gets rejected. I believe that was a Wemby block. First one of the season. Vassell going to take a 3. No good. Luka with the rebound. Gets it into Grant Williams. Mark Richter with the $5 super chat. Usher us into the Wemby era. Whoosh. I got to fix my... Is this off a little bit? I guess they haven't gotten all the players on there from the Mavericks yet. 2-0 Spurs. Wemby out in three-point land. Is he looking for a pick and roll? Thank you all for the super chats, and I appreciate you. Zach Collins, mid-range jumper is good. Spurs up 4-0. Feels good to be back, my friends. Feels good to be back with you. I guess it's 5-on-3. Wemby, that's a Dallas miss. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Wemby's going to take a long 3. Back rim, no good. All good. There we go. Players are starting to pull in now. Pull in. Let's fix this. That's no shots, no good. Jeremy Sochan with the rebound. All right. Let me focus here. Zach Collins in the paint. Throws it up. No good. And we're going to have a whistle in the paint, and that's going to go against Dallas. There we go. All the players are on there now. All the players. There we go. There's who's on the court, my friends. Whoops. Clock is still running. All right. 2 free throws coming up for Zach Collins, who just signed a contract extension. Congratulations to him. 2 years, $35 million, I believe it was. The dome's been real tonight. Hey, Veronica, thank you for stopping in tonight. Hope you're doing well. Anyone else have that static? Are you getting static from me? Zach Collins is at the line for 2 right now. Is it static coming from me? Everybody good? Sound okay? Static is bad on the broadcast? Do you mean me or the ESPN game? Oh, ESPN. Okay, whew. Scared the heck out of me. And that's a 3 for the Mavericks as I was looking at the chat as I was worried about me. I think that's Doncic for 3. Spurs up 6-3. Under 10 minutes to go. Keldon Johnson with the ball right now. KJ over to Wemby. Wemby will get it into Zach Collins in the post. Collins guarded by Doncic. Starts to driving. Loses his footing. That's going to be a turnover. Luka's going to help him get up. That's nice. Broadcast static is horrible on ESPN. Jeez. I don't hear it. Well, I don't have the sound up, so I can't hear it. But that's kind of disappointing. The ESPN's still letting us Spurs fans down. Wemby's debut and their broadcast is... Kyrie Irving with the ball. Dishes it out. We got a drive. And we got a turnover for the Mavericks. Devin Vassell get it up the court for the Spurs. Starts to drive into the paint. Bit of a Euro step lip. Goes around the rim, around the rim, around the rim, around the rim, and in. 8-3. Spurs up 9-11 to go in the first quarter. Spurs fans, thank you for stopping in tonight. Mavericks fans, thank you for stopping in. If you are a Spurs fan, why have you not hit the subscribe button already? Because this is a wonderful Spurs community. It's Maxi Kleber with a mile-long 3. 8-6. We got 300 in the house and almost 200 thumbs up. Nice. Yes, blowing. Devin Vassell slices and dices the Mavericks defense. He just parts the Red Sea there, gets in their foot. Whoop, layup. 10-6 Spurs up by 4. Kyrie Irving guarded by Devin Vassell on 3-point land. Pick and roll. Gets it back to Williams. Ooh, hard foul by Wemby. Very hard foul by Wemby. And we're going to have 2 free throws coming up for the Mavericks. They might call a flagrant on this. We'll see. Jones is going to the line for 2. A lot of contact there. I thought Lively was going to start, but Jones is starting instead. All right. ESPN let me down. Their starting lineups are always wrong. Always wrong. First free throw is no good. The ball don't lie. Blazing Bacon, I hope the Spurs, Wemby looked pretty good against the Warriors, and the Warriors went uber small ball. Second free throw attempt is good. It is 10-7. We have 8.5 minutes to go. Sion, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, K-Switch, people are saying ESPN is staticky tonight. It's not. Wemby for 3. There we go. Victor Wembanyama's first points in the NBA, my friends. There it is. And now a turnover for the Mavericks. Spurs ball up 13-7. Keldon Johnson, corner 3. Good. 16-7. Spurs up, baby. We have a timeout. Timeout, Mavericks. Let's go. Come on. Wemby launching the 3, because, guys are about 7'4" three-point shooters, right? And then Keldon Johnson follows up with the 3. That's what I'm talking about. Let's just maintain. Now we just got to maintain this for 4 quarters. For any Mavericks fans coming in, our team last season was notorious for giving up fourth quarter leads, but this is not the same team. Because last year, we did not have a Wemby. Let's go. Spurs is right, Andrew. Carlos Jeter, ¿cómo está mi hombre? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Haha, TSR looking like a kid in a candy store. Ice cream smell. I'm a huge Spurs fan. I do this because I literally just love the team and the community. That's why you don't see sponsorships on here. You don't see Patreon. You don't see memberships. I've talked about this at times on the channel. Like Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello, and Leonardo all love being a turtle. I just love being a Spurs fan. And this has just been such a fun ride, and I can't wait to see where we go this year, Spurs fans. Yes, Wemby's first points is right. Hello, Andrew, to you. Jeremy Sohan's back in the chat during the timeout. Val, it is an exciting time. These are the most exciting time for our channel. To get the number 1 overall pick again, to have Lightning strike 3 times, not only twice, but 3 times. David Robinson back in 1987, Tim Duncan back in 97, and then Wemby this year. I have some friends that are Utah Jazz fans, and they're like, we've never had a first-round pick. And I was like, you haven't? I was like, we're on our 3rd already. Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. We'll see. That's Sports Critic. The Magic dominated 116-86. Say what? Mike Diaz says, from its only summer league to its only preseason to its only the regular season. You know what, though? If people talk smack about NBA, about Wemby, don't take it personal. How have all the starters scored, Alex? I did not realize that. I'm doing good, by the way. Wrench is in the house. Non-Wrench is in the house. Spurs fans in the house. Mavericks fans in the house. Maybe neither fan of either team just hanging out. Appreciate you being here. And maybe we can have a really big night tonight. I had no idea how tonight would go. So, keep hitting the thumbs up, sharing the stream on maybe your Twitter, Instagram, whatever it say. Come out. If you're a Spurs fan, come out and hang out with this nutty Spurs fan and this wonderful Spurs community, because clearly I think it's obvious who I'm ready to. Whoa! The alien drops to $20. Super chat, he says, breathing life back into the Spurs dynasty. Thank you very much for that, Phil. Just for you. And we got the 200 thumbs up already. Well, we're only 4 minutes into the game. I do want to think, this is something special, and I do think Wemby is special, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, 4 minutes into the game. But I like what I'm seeing so far. And this starting lineup of Collins, Wemby, Keldon, Devin, and Jeremy look good together in 2 games in the preseason. Card by Go Spurs, go to you. I saw Selena and clicked. She's my official co-host. She just doesn't know it. Kyrie Irving with Barry now stumbles and fumbles into the paint, throws it up off the glass. Nice shot by Kyrie. Porto with the $5 super chat says, Rich, appreciate you not doing a million sponsors. I saw Wemby on the preseason in San Antonio. He was unreal. Happy to share this night with everyone. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Listen, Tara, I've been transparent with the channel. The only thing I would ever do on the channel is something from the San Antonio Spurs or something Spurs related. But for the most part, I don't. I go to too many channels now where they have sponsorships, that, especially Magic the Gathering channels, which I enjoy, and they have so many sponsorships that have nothing to do with Magic. And I'm like, what are you peddling this for? It's really a turnoff. Robert Myers with $2 super chat says excited for the season in this Spurs community. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hey, I can't remember if I said good evening to you, but thank you for stopping in. Efren, thank you for the thumbs up. It does help the channel. That's the one thing I will ask for. The thumbs up is the best way to support a content creator, in my opinion. I'm already getting Google ad money, and then the gracious super chats. I don't know where I was going with that. I think it's still tying into the memberships and whatnot. I just love being a Spurs fan with you guys. That's what I'm trying to say and butchering it. Spurs have doubled up on the Mavericks, 18-9. It is 19 times this season. Wow. Wemby with 3 points to start the game. Jones for 3, no good. A fight for the board. And the Mavericks are going to come down with it. And now Doncic getting harassed by Jeremy and Wemby. 7 on the shot clock. Going to kick it out to Hardaway Jr. for the open 3. Yep. Used to watch his dad playing Golden State. Was it Run TMC or what was it? Chris Mullins, Tim Hardaway, and Mitch Richmond. Man, they didn't stay together long, but they were fun for a few years. Going back to the 90s for that. Sohan out open for three-pointer. He pulls it down, gets it over to Kelvin. Kelvin thinks about the 3. Takes off into the paint. Kelvin's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2 shots. Ironically, I have not seen the new City jerseys. I have not, but I saw a sneak preview for them a few weeks ago. Is it the brown and white ones? How do we look? Happy Spurs fans. I'm stupid. Don't mind me. Kelvin at the line for 2 shots. Makes the first one. But 19-12. How long do I think Pop will coach? I think he has 3 or 4 more years on his extension, so he could be around for a little longer. Wemby is going to sit after 5 minutes. I don't know if he's got foul trouble. I expect his minutes to be well, they might play him more in the second half. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with Wemby's minutes. Only Pop knows, and Wemby knows. Although I did see Wemby tell somebody, I don't know if it was ESPN or somebody, that as long as he's healthy, he hopes to play all 82 games this year. I do think the San Antonio Spurs have other plans for him. Doncic going to launch his 3. No good. Kelvin with the rebound. Pop is going to coach so Wemby retires. Okay, fair. Kelvin's going to drive in the paint. Draws by everybody. Boom, check it out with the thunder. Dunk of justice. The whole Mavericks team is just, whoop. What just happened there? No defense. I could have scored on that play. Seriously. Quick pull 3 down the under and it's good. That was Hardaway Jr. again. Oh, I didn't get Kelvin's dunk on there. I was all excited about the Thunder and forgot the dunk. Jeremy's going to drive to the paint, throws it up. Layup is affected by Kleber, and that's no good. It is Mavs ball. Doncic sprints up the court, gets into the paint, spins around, throws it up off the glass. Nice, tough shot by Luka. Halfway through this first quarter, it's been a fun game. 21-17. And a turnover by the Spurs. I see you, Kelvin. Old girl filing her restraint. Who's filing? What? Who filed a restraining order? Not my girl. And Selena? She's here. It is Mavs ball. I appreciate y'all hanging out here on a Wednesday night, and a late Wednesday night for some of us. Don's just going to drive in the paint, and that's going to get blocked by Charles Bassey. That might be a goaltend. Yep. The Bassinator's checked in for the Spurs. He had looked good in the preseason. Hopefully he looks good in the regular season. Derek Lively has checked in for the Mavericks. Spurs ball, 21-19. The Mavericks on a 7-0 run in the last minute. Kelvin with the ball right now. Out to Devin Vassell. I see Osmond's checking in for the Spurs as well. Devin drives to the paint. The runner is going to be no good. Gets his own miss. Gets it out to Sohan. He thinks about the 3. Pulls it down. Now he launches the 3. All right, Jeremy. We see you from here. Hey, Kills. Good evening. Go Spurs. Go to you. That's right, Homer. Wait, what? Luka with the ball. And that's going to be a steal. Spurs got numbers. 2-on-1. Devin into the paint. Boom! Shot over on the Thunder. Dunk of justice. Fast breaking Devin. Spurs are running the court, and I love it. We're a young team. Get out there and run. Run, damn it, run. Vassell with 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting. It is a Mavericks ball. And we're going to have a foul and 2 free throws coming up. Josh Green fouled, going to the line for 2. Spurs really causing some turnovers and getting out there on the break. I'm excited. You're excited. It's going to be a fun Spurs season. A very fun Spurs season. Thank you all for hanging out tonight, whether you're watching the game ESPN and hanging out with me, or with us, should I say, or if you're just listening and hanging out with the chat. Appreciate y'all being here. The first free throw is no good. I missed these Thunder dunks of justice. Homer 50 wins would be amazing. That would be incredible. A lot of the NBA world is learning about Devin right now. You aren't kidding, Razor Scooter. Devin, I think, is going to have a big year for us. I really do. Already 26 points scored, and we still have more than 4 minutes to go. High scoring, and the Spurs are boring and no more. Alex, facts. Someone trying to bite your channel. I typed TSR and TSR Sports. Someone trying to bite my channel. Oh, TSF Sports? TSF Sports? I don't know who that is. We have another foul. Gabriel, good evening to you. Troll Warlord, cool channel name. Thank you for stopping in. Still cloaking. Okay, not exactly a Troll Warlord thing, but, you know, it's still. Devin at the line for 2. As he was fouled on the shot, and he's going to take 2 free throw attempts. First one is going to be good. Where's everyone from? I am from Massachusetts. Let's get TSR to the top of the YouTube searches. Well, I would love the channel to be on top for San Antonio Spurs searches, Valhalla. Good evening, King Jorge. Thank you for stopping in. I tell you, a healthy Devin Vassell, I think he's going to do really good things for the Spurs this year. I really do. A lot of you do. The Spurs obviously do. They gave him that big contract extension. What was it, 4 years? About 120 million or so, 125 million. So clearly they see something in Devin Vassell. Now he's showing us on the court. Trey Jones checked in for the Spurs. Irvin for 3, no good. And that rebound will fall to the hands of Trey Jones, one of the shortest players on the court. Get it up to Osman. Osman's going to drive in the paint. Back to Trey Jones. Jones open for 3. Instead, he takes off, gets it in the paint. Back to Osman, playing a little hot potato. Osman for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Mavericks. Arch in the game is right here. Sucker! Because I can't show the game legally, which I'm not advertising anywhere I am. This says clearly live play-by-play and scoreboard. This is a San Antonio Spurs channel first. All Mavericks fans are welcome too, though. And I'm excited to be back calling our San Antonio Spurs. 4 a.m. now, Isabel. You are dedicated. Yes, activity in the chat pushes the stream. That's a good point, Val. Keep talking in the chat, hitting the thumbs up. Share it on your Twitters. Share it on your Instagram, your Facebook, your friend book, your MySpace. Go fly a plane up in the sky and have a TSR Sports. Don't do that. Yeah, the bench is one of the concerns that we've had maybe with this Spurs team. Will the bench be able to hold the leads? Why is the score not going up? Oh, I got Triple H again. Get out of here, Triple H. There we go. Down Vassell pulled up for a mid-range jumper. Devin looking good. Thank you, William. Spurs with 30 points already. We're going to have another foul. I like, the background. I'll be transparent. Not my idea. It was my girlfriend's idea. She said, why don't you put your Spurs jerseys in the background? So I came up with this. And like this design, if you will. You move the expendable posters over because they're expendable. And yeah, it's definitely much better. About 400,000. 400,000 what? Viewers? Woo! A miss and a huge putback dunk by Derek Lively. Say it ain't so. Shut the front door. Yep, wing girlfriend is right, Llama. Malachi Brown checking the game, and his first shot of the game, first shot of the season, is in. 32-24. Wemby with 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. We got a whistle. It's going to go against Kyrie Irving. It's going to be Spurs ball. Devin, 10 points on 4-6 shooting already. Nice. Oh, the TSR spear. I can't do that, Valhalla. You have a great setup, by the way. Mine's very basic, but it's how we roll. But you have a very colorful setup, I must say. If you guys not checked out Valhalla Sports Talk, he's also a sports channel and does the same thing I do for different teams. It's a really cool dude. Check him out. Osman for 3. Spurs up 35-24 in the R in the bonus under 3 minutes to go. Wemby is fired up off the bench. It is Mavericks ball. And the Mavericks have really done a number on us the last few years. I would love the Spurs to start the season off with a win against them. Tim Hardaway Jr. into the paint. The floater good. That's right, Carlos. We do have a big starting lineup, Marcus. Something we haven't had in a while. Vassell with the ball into the paint. Takes about 1,000,000 steps. He gets called for an offensive foul. We have a timeout, and it's been a fun game to start. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. We are shooting well, Gabriel. Hopefully it continues, but we have a timeout. My clock's a little ahead. I'll fix it. We'll get that when the game comes back. But man, Spurs are looking good. That's right, Veronica. For old time's sake, since we're in a commercial, Marco Bernelli! Nelly! Attention, the Spurs have found a 3-point game. This is the most exciting regular season first quarter I've ever seen. Nice, Anthony. That means I know you don't like Sohan at point guard, but the team is playing well so far with him in there and that starting fives. Jason, as long as the Mavs keep shooting poorly, then I'm all in on that. I'm definitely all in on that. Sounds good to me. We got 221 thumbs up. Can we keep the thumbs up train going? The thumbs up, the interaction with the chat. Valhalla said it. If you guys keep interacting with the channel, interacting with amongst yourselves, that'll help push us up in the algorithm. So that's going to get a cold towel. Vinny Del Negro, going back to the 90s. Good old Vinny. 5 jerseys equals 5. Yeah, I don't have the big 3 up here. I got to get a Parker jersey. I don't know where a good place to get a Parker jersey is. I don't want to get like a $200 throwback. But all the super chats you guys have been generous with here and in the preseason, I feel like since a viewer has graciously said they're going to send me a Wemby jersey, I think I need to get Parker up on that wall. No, not I think. Parker needs to go where the Go Spurs Go jersey is back there. So then we have the big 3 together. Then we got DR over there. So then we have literally the big 3 in sequence right here. And then the Twin Towers right here. And then I suppose I could have Wemby right there. And then I could wear the Johnson. No more singing. I like what I've seen from Osman. I really have. Kiss Selena for you, Brian? Nope, only one woman I'm kissing these days. Sorry. One Patty. I didn't have a Patty Mills call. I mean, when Patty wasn't great, I'd be, crikey. And he's from Australia. Osman, he seems like he wants to be here. He might be a player we keep around off the bench. I think, if anything, Osman would take over McDermott's position off the bench. Sorry, Veronica, but I could see Osman taking Doug's role. Drinking Spurs Kool-Aid. Nice. Black or white Wemby jersey? I'm partial more towards... I'll probably get black. Black Parker and black Wemby. So that way the jerseys are kind of in unison, except for Duncan, who would stick out with a white jersey. I know. Good evening, Asia. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're doing well. Patty's still playing, right? I probably won't get a Gervin jersey to Barack only because I know he's a legend. But I never saw him play. Not even 1 minute. I've only seen highlights. LMAO, what the... I just missed the comment. What a play way to trash KJ. Did I trash him? I didn't mean to. Brand new Parker jerseys for around $50 on eBay. Oh, I can do that. Definitely. Yes, he did it, your boy Rico. That's a factual statement, Luke. I do like Osman. But he might be replacing Dougie. The Coyote jersey. Mavericks ball, and as I was talking to the chat, that bucket went in. I did not see who shot it. Let me get back to the game. 35-28, and Wemby is back in the game. Going to play the last 2 minutes. Trey Jones with the ball right now. Drop it off to Wemby. Wemby's just going to take the 3. Wemby for 3. Missed shot down the other end for the Mavericks to get the ball back on the offensive board. We have a drive and a huge dunk. Tim Hardaway Jr., again, he's got, I think I heard 12 points off the bench. He's killing it right now for the Mavs. Wemby, 2 of 3 shooting from three-point land. Trey Jones, pull up mid-range jumper, good. And the Spurs have gotten the 40 points. Yes, can we get to 250 subs up before the end of the first quarter? That's a good question, Valhalla. I cannot believe that World Series, Asia. I cannot. I honestly can't. Kyrie Irving to the paint. Off the glass, good. 40-32. No defense in this game. No defense. Nothing. And that's okay. Christopher with the $20 super chat. Holy crap, says go Spurs, go Spurs, go Spurs, go. Welcome back. My go-to for Spurs game updates. Thank you so much for the super chat. Can't thank you enough, Christopher. All of you have been extremely generous tonight as Brandon launches an airball 3. Thank you so much for your support. The Dono hype has been crazy tonight. You guys are awesome. And we're going to have a foul on Wemby as he knocks Josh Green out of bounds. 40-32, I believe that's Wemby's second foul. That'll be 2 free throws for the Mavericks. The Mavs are flopping. Luke, are you a Diamondbacks fan? I was expecting this level of defense from Matt, to be honest, as someone who, well, Jason, I appreciate the insight. I don't know how good they are defensively this year, but you're telling me this is about what you expected. So the Mavs are going to be one of those teams that scores a lot of points, but it sounds like they're going to give up a lot of points. That's a tough way to continue to win games, to try to outrun and gun your opponent. But yes, if we can get to 250 thumbs up, my friends, we are close. And 250 before the end of the first quarter would be simply incredible. Appreciate you all. Wemby's going to check out. 7 minutes, 6 points, 2 boards, 1 block, and I believe he has 2 fouls as well. Both free throws good. 40-34. Spurs can 2 for 1. Arizona in 6. Carlos, are you an Arizona fan? Trey Jones going to take a 3. Okay. Not known for his three-point shooting, but he made it, and he's made quite a few in the preseason. Luka with the alley-oop dunk that was to Lively. So forget the 2 for 1. I didn't know he was a Rangers fan, and I don't know which one that is. I think, is that not the Bears fan? Josh is the Bears fan? Trey Jones going to drive in the paint. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Spurs ball with 3.8 seconds on the shot clock. All right, Carlos. All right. Mavs had the 24th best defense last season, Jason. The Spurs had the 30th best defense last season. Shay, good evening to you. You'll get the ball into Sohan. Sohan's going to have to take the long 3. Off the rim, no good. Luka gets the rebound. Mavs can get the last shot. Luka going to drive up the court. Throws up a long 3. No good. And the Spurs are going to take the lead 43-36 into the first quarter. All right. What did they just say on ESPN? The highest scoring quarter what? I couldn't hear what they said. Let me reset the clock. Put Q2 up. I thought he quit Asia. Is he back to doing the YouTube thing again? I have no idea what's going on. I thought I gotta put quarter 2 up. Where's my quarter? Q to the 2. Trifian Ahmed says, so you don't have any friends. Well, looking right here, I've got 286 friends hanging out with me right now. Oh, we didn't get to 237. Can we get to 250 subs up before the second quarter starts? Can we do it? It was a great first quarter. We just missed a 250 Valhalla, but we can still do it. Yeah, I know they are. I saw they were doing it. They're probably going to cover the Spurs a lot this year. It's a bummer for me because it's all good. No, Joey, this is all good. It's all good. Chat's been awesome tonight. Mars, good evening to you. Yeah, he's going to have games where he gets in foul trouble. It's okay. And then he's going to have games where he doesn't get in at all. I predict a 130-something point game for whoever went. Yeah, at this point, it's looking like that. Victor Wembanyama is in the chat, and he says, sorry for fouling. All good, Wemby. All good. We appreciate you stopping here, Victor. You're gonna do good things this year. Joel B with the $2 super chat, $1 for the channel and $1 for selling. Thank you, Ray. For you. Wemby fouled him with his torso. Oh, that's Thunder Dunk of Justice. I meant to do this. I'll be sorry about. I even have a girl. I have a job and a girlfriend. Even Wemby knows TSR the place to be. Anthony Mason. Oh, you're going back, Adrian. So great to see you and Selena starting the season. Yes, LJ. It's awesome. If you know, this has been a good year for me. You guys heard me talk a lot in the summer that things were going well for me. Well, I had the relationship brewing, if you will, so that's why things were going well. But I've gotten back into comic books a lot. With Wemby being drafted, it's like things are going real well at my job. Things are really going well on YouTube. Things are going well in my personal life. So 2023 has been a good year. So I'm very thankful. Wemby's on pace for a 24-point game, isn't he? 6 point? Yeah, I guess he is. Which I think Wembanyama can guard the Joker very well. We'll see, but I don't think the Spurs would have Wemby on Jokic to start the game. I think they'd have Collins on him more than likely because Jokic is going to do a lot of banging around the paint, and Wemby is still on the thin side, so I think they'd rather have Zach bang with him than Wemby. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, the Rockets, I don't know what to say. The TSR OnlyFans is thriving as well. Wait, what? No, there's no TSR OnlyFans. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. Thank you, Gabriel. And thank you, William. I appreciate that. Wemby is not in the game, but Zach Collins gets a steal as they try to get it to a clear, I believe. He'll get it up to Doug McDermott's in the game. Mr. Some of you call him Slug McDormat, I think is one of the names on the channel. Soyan goes backdoor, can't convert the layup. It's going to be Mavs ball. You'll bang Jokic? Yes, Asia, I do. Tim Hardaway Jr. with another 3. The chat figured it out Friday night when she was here, and somebody heard her in the background, and they said, "Hey, you entertaining a lady?" And I said, "Yes, I am." So yes, Asia, I've met somebody. Keldon with the ball right now, drives into the paint, stops, little jumper off the glass is good, and Keldon, at least for this game so far, seems to be a little bit more efficient than he was last year. Granted, it's only one game. Doncic gets in the paint, throws it up off the glass, good, and Tim Hardaway Jr. banged his head. I don't know what happened. He's down holding his head. And I don't know what happened to him, but he got hurt. Thank you, Asia. I appreciate that. Butterfly, good evening. Go Spurs, go to you. You got 250. I don't know what happened to Hardaway. He was trying to set a screen. Oh, Jeremy Sohan looks like he accidentally elbowed him in the back of the head. It doesn't look like it was, hopefully not intentional. I don't think it was. I'd like to think it wasn't. I don't think anybody's called Jeremy Sohan a dirty player in the NBA. 45-41, the Mavericks have clawed back into this. Keldon Johnson bar and now start to drive. Goes across court to Trey Jones, open for the corner 3. In and out burger. Zach Collins fights for the board, can't hold on to it. It is going to be Mavericks ball. Doncic way out, guarded by Sohan on the Spurs logo. Starts to take off into the paint. Passes across court for an open 3. The 3 is no good. Trey Jones with the rebound. Spurs trying to go fast break. The Mavericks getting back in transition. Drops it off to Sohan. Sohan out of control. Is this a charge or a blocking foul? Not blocking foul. Germany going to the line for 2. Can we get the Mavs and Oscar? Nice, Phil. Thank you, Butterfly. Appreciate that. Luka is the Steve Nash of shooting guards. 2 free throws coming up for Jeremy, which means 2 one-handed free throws. And yes, I agree, Veronica. Let's go Spurs. Nope, non-shooting foul. The announcer really says it's a shooting foul, and it is not a shooting foul. So stand corrected. Spurs ball. Keldon with the ball, drives to the post. 10 on the shot clock. Keldon Johnson crossover dribble. Pull-up jumper. Good. Keldon's looking good tonight. Patrick Mitchell with the $2 super chat. He said, "What's your co-host prediction for the season?" Her prediction is Spurs go 82-0. And Zach Collins on the block on Doncic. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Johnson open for a corner three. No good. Dallas has numbers down the other end. Oh, McDermott gets called for a questionable foul there. He just stood there with his arms up. It's going to be an and one. Who's this number 0 guy? Exum? I've never heard of him. He's on the court right now. No idea. Thank you all for the super chats tonight. Rich, and I'm still your YouTube girlfriend. Sure. Absolutely. My Dougie is innocent. I knew something was going to come out about Doug McDermott there, Veronica. Dante, I've never heard of Dante Exum. Don't know. But there he is. He's at the line. I'm not familiar with him. 47-43. Free throw is good. 47-44, 9.5 minutes to go. I didn't know he was either, Phil. Drafted by Utah. I did not know he was still playing. YouTube girlfriend hype. Spurs ball. Zach Collins starts to drive to the post. Gets bodied up. Drops it off to Keldon, who drives in with the layup. The layup rolls off the rim. No rim job for Keldon Johnson. Luka brings it up the court real quick. Launches a three. Off the rim. No good. Napoon, good evening to you. Spurs ball. Sohan's wide open for three. He's going to take the three. He's going to make the three. Was he out of league, LJ? I had no idea. Yes, Sohan, the sniper, is right. You don't mess with the Sohan. And now that block, I think, was by Doug McDermott. Spurs on the break. Sohan almost loses the ball. Drives in the paint. Lip is no good. He's going to get fouled. He's going to go to the line for two. Yeah, he does, Veronica. He does. We all Rich's YouTube girl. What? We are all Rich's YouTube girlfriends. We have been we have been by his side forever as a Spur. No, that's fair. That was a crazy scene going to it. Jeremy one-handed, Sohan free throw man with the shot. Dude, Tim Hardaway's looked great. Yes, it is Bacon Bits. One hand time. He misses the first one. One hand time sounds dirty. Time for the one-hander, huh? Anyway. Phil, he probably will be. Listen, I know there's some Doug McDermott, a good 2 to 3 Doug McDermott fans, and that he missed them both. A good solid 2 to 3 Doug McDermott fans in the chat. And Osmond's a younger version of him, essentially. Yes, some parts of the game are different. But in the end, I think Osmond's going to take McDermott's spot. Now, I could see Doug getting traded. And, if you're a Doug fan, you got to be happy for him, too. That's a miss for the Mavs, and the Spurs lose the ball out of bounds. It's going to go back to Dallas. Doug's on the wrong side of 30 in the last year of a contract with the Spurs. If he was to get traded, I'd like to see him go to a contender. Wemby elastic all over the place. He's like Mr. Fantastic, right? For the Fantastic Four, stretchy guy. Alex, his free throw needs a lot of work. Speaking of Sohan, guarding Luka right now, turnaround jumper no good. They're going to call him for a foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Dallas. The one-handed bandit. I mean, Osmond's defense is definitely better than Dougie's Bacon. Doug is not known for his defense whatsoever. Rich, is she a Spurs fan? No, Asia. She's more a Spurs fan by association, I think, now. But she is intrigued by the team. And she's certainly intrigued by Victor Wembanyama, as many are. John Doe, that is Selena Gomez. You might recognize her a little more when I do this. Maybe. Maybe not. I guess it helps when her name's up there. Doncic missed the first free throw. He would not be denied on the second one. It does give us some spacing, though, Phil. Having 2 3-point shooters and Osmond and McDermott out there is certainly going to have a spacing. And Branham's out there right now, too. Wemby and Collins, the other two. Actually, Wemby, Sohan, McDermott, and Brandon. They took Osman out. Brandon for 3, no good. Spurs getting a little cold in the second quarter. That being said, we're still up by 5 with under 8 minutes to go. Luka drives in the paint. Throws up a little jumper, good. And I think we're going to have a timeout, and we are. 3-point game. He's a good player, and he'll be a Spur in 3 years, Adrian. No, he won't. No, he won't. There's been some light rumors about Doncic leaving the Mavericks in a few years. I'm not paying attention to any of that. That's way too far away. If they were to win a championship before then, if they get the right roster together, he ain't going anywhere. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stacked teams in both the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. He's the Jokic of shooting guards. Doncic is one of those weird players. When you watch him, I feel at times he's moving in slow motion. And yet he finds ways to score. It's weird. We are getting a lot of fouls right now, Phil. Absolutely. Which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of games on either side of the court, for the record. I don't want to see the Spurs collect 1 million fouls. I don't want to see the Mavericks collect 1 million fouls. I just want to see them play basketball. This preseason was plagued with a lot of foul calls, and I'm hoping the regular season doesn't follow the course. Now we need to get Bronny James and LeBron to play for the Spurs, and it's for sure a ring. I don't think LeBron James is eligible to go anywhere, is he? Didn't he sign a 2-year extension with the Lakers? So he's with them 2 more years plus this year. I think he's locked up there. Yes, if you have not hit the thumbs up, we're looking to get 300 tonight. And if we get to 300, I'll obviously look to get to 400. But right now, we just crossed 250. If you have not hit the thumbs up yet, please do so. It is fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. And as always, that's a go, Spurs, go. No LeBron James. I mean, at this point, I don't think he helped. He's not coming to. I don't even need to talk about it. He's not coming to San Antonio. No way he's staying with LA. He's going to try to win a chip there. And we'll see what happens. We've got 7 minutes and 45 seconds left here of the first half. No, the King retiring in LA. I think he probably will. Devin, does Sohan have 10 points as well? What's the most dono you got in a stream? Phil, I think you were there that night, aka the alien in the chat. You're welcome, Henry11. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. I think the most that the channel's gotten tonight, like 500, maybe. There were two viewers going back and forth with donos for like a half hour. It was crazy. One person donated 50 and the other person donated 50, and I think at the end of the night it was like 500 or 600. It was crazy. I could see 1 or 2 cases, Jason says. Luka rides out a career of max contracts in Dallas or goes to a defensive team for a ring. I mean, Frederick leads La France to you. Loyalty in the NBA is not like it was around 500, Phil. It's not like it was, you know, David Robinson played his whole career with the Spurs. Tim Duncan played his whole career with the Spurs. Players now, you're seeing less and less in that, and if there's a chance to jump ship and win a chip, then they are doing it. Well, yes, LeBron is old, but he still plays very well. Leo, I'm trying to forget that. Cesar Gomez is on ESPN tonight. ESPN's actually showing the San Antonio Spurs. Richard Roundtree passed away? Hey, rest in peace. I agree, James. Wemby needs to get more involved on offense. So with right now, drops it off to Wemby. He's going to take another 3. Does not get it. Does a little flopping himself. Does not get the call. I mean, I know Wemby's made 2 of 4 3-pointers, but why are we using him as a 3-point shooter tonight? Get him in the post. Get him in the paint. Get him in transition. Get him something. Luka with the ball. Step back jumper. It's a 1-point game. I hope he stays a Spur for life as well. LeBron playing till he's 50. I mean, he might. Maybe not 50, maybe early 40s. Wemby with the ball right now over to Sohan. Sohan surveying the floor with 11 on the shot clock. Takes off, gets in the paint. Pull-up jumper's no good. Gets his own miss. Wheels around dumb McDermott. McDermott looks down, takes the quick 3 off the rim, no good. And the Mavericks are looking to take their first lead in I don't know how long. It's been a while. Valhalla, I'm sure you know the Philippines come out, a lot of Filipinos come out for NBA games. They're a very dedicated audience. That's a miss. McDermott gets it up to Brandon. Brandon's going to take off in the paint. The runner is good. Get the Spurs and start turning things around again. Williams too tall to be hanging and banging. Way too tall to be hanging behind the arc so much. Wide open corner three, and that's good for Grant Williams. We got a tied game, Spurs and Mavs fans, in the Battle of Texas here. Spurs have a double battle for Texas this week. They got Dallas tonight in Houston, another in-state rival, on Friday. Wemby with the bar now kicks it out to Sohan. Sohan thinks about the three, pulls it down back to Wemby. He's going to take another three, and it's good. We're going to have an offensive foul on Jeremy Sohan. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate you hanging out. Cowboy X Factor, it's good to see you tonight. Nice, Mike. The ESPN announcer just said that was on a foul. The Spurs are not getting the call tonight. They called an offensive foul on Sohan, and that was questionable, to say the least. Yeah, that was definitely a flop, Phil. Kyrie Irving with the quick pull-up three. Off the rim, no good. Wemby with the rebound. Sohan barely ran into, I forgot who it was he ran into, but whoever it was flopped down, and they called it. Brandon for three, no good. Tim Hardaway Jr. with the rebound. He's had a hell of a first half for Dallas. They'll get it out the court. 18 on the shot clock from the Mavericks. 5.5 minutes to go. And Devin Vassell with the steal. Devin, if they could get out the court, they would have had numbers. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Devin will just walk it up, gets it up to Victor. Wemby with the backdoor pass to Trey Jones, who was going out of bounds when he got the ball. That's turnover. Hey, line in bed listening's good too. And chatting with chat. You should just go back to school for sports coming. You're a natural. I can't. I'm 46. I can't go back to school. Do you? I appreciate it. Way too old. I have a state job too. That when I retire as a pension, lifetime health insurance, I can't start a career over. If I was 26, maybe, but 46, there's a block for the Spurs, and the Mavs immediately get the ball back. And then a steal by Wemby. Wemby will bring it up the court, gets it over to Malachi Branham. Branham out three-point land, 16 on the shot clock. Over to Zach. Bad pass by Branham trying to get into Collins in the post and just throws it into the stands. Spurs getting a little sloppy out there with things, too. Yes, Branham WTF is right. Valhalla Sports Talk says, can we get the 300 thumbs up by the half? I think we can. We got 264 now, says Butterfly. Can we get the 300 thumbs up before the halftime show? I don't really have a show to put on, but you know what I mean. 52 all, and this game has slowed down considerably offensively. The Spurs had, I believe, 40 points in the first quarter. Wide open for three. Kleber off the rim, no good. Ball gets back into Kleber's hands. He's going to get to Kyrie. Kyrie's going to kick it out. And the Mavericks offense looks like it's going to reset. Tim Hardaway Jr. actually just going to launch a quick three after I say that. No good. And it's bounced back to Malachi Branham. Spurs got a 3-on-4. Jones is going to drive by the entire Mavericks defense and gets the layup. Nice job by Trey Jones, just putting his head down and taking off. 54-52, 4 minutes to go. Kyrie Irving in the paint. Pull-up jumper, good. 54 all. Jones motored up the court there. Victor with the ball right now. Wemby over to Branham. Branham around the world to Jones. Jones into Zach Collins. 8 on the shot clock for Zach. Zach drives in the paint. Little baby jump hook with the right hand. Hits the front of the rim and rolls over it. Spurs up 56-54. Mavericks defense. That's an oxymoron. Wow, Jason said their defense is bad. Neither team playing much. Well, Mavericks defense has gotten better in the second quarter, or the Spurs offense has gotten worse, or both. Kyrie going to drive it in the paint. Tough shot against Zach Collins' defense. 56 all as he get it off the glass. Spurs trying to go fast break down the other end. And they'll get it. Malachi Branham with the layup. And one. All right. We'll take it. 58-56. 3:12 to go in the first half. 120 under first half. Efren, they're at 114. So if the over-under is 120, it's not looking good if you bet the under. It's looking real not good. Oh, there's my cup. It's like, where's my water? Wow, that was a deep analysis by ESPN. Dallas is going to score points. Duh. No, he can't have easy. The prone Julian Champagny, he's not in there. Does he look sad on the bench? I haven't seen him. Hardaway Jr. with the ball right now. He's had a fantastic first half pull-up jumper, though. Here is short. Devin Vassell with the rebound. Devin will get it up to Trey Jones. Jones gets it out to Collins. Collins into Osman in the paint. Osman with the layup. Good. 61-56, and we're going to have a timeout. Spurs up by 5. 61-56 with 2:44 to go. Yeah, Jason, teams are getting more positionless, though. Why Utah versus Sac, Keith versus and now Clippers versus Blazers all live here. Why Spurs? What do you mean, Caesar? I expect women to come angry during the second half, during halftime, to come out with something to prove in the second half. I don't like all the three-point shooting that we're seeing from Wemby tonight. You got a 7'4" guy just launching threes? He's what, 2 of 4, and he would have made a third one if Sohan didn't get called for a ticky-tack foul, but still, that's not really the game I want to see from him. I want to see some dunks. I want to see some interior work. Use your height against this Dallas team. He needs a croissant. I'm hungry and I could go for a croissant. You do not want to start Osman. No, we don't. I like him off the bench, where I think he's going to have a very nice little role for the Spurs, and who knows, they might see enough from him this season to decide to extend him. He is on the last year of his contract. I don't remember how much he's making, but this is the last year of his contract with the Spurs. When he was part of that trade, he just had this year left. Yes, he's shooting threes because we don't find him when he's in the paint. I don't know how you can't find him. He's 7'4". No, Butterfly, just me, Selena, and Grogu. It's a work night, so it's kind of tough during the week. We'll let York go. Trey Jones is a true point guard. I don't think he's the starting point guard for the Spurs long term, but he's a fantastic point guard off the bench. And what Wemby wants, Wemby going to get. Spurs players getting confused on their roles because of the hype. Everyone trying to shine. Fletcher says, good evening. First time I've seen the chat tonight. Thank you for stopping in. Well, most of his balls are unguardable, Phil. You can quote me on that. You heard it here first. Victor Wembanyama's balls are unguardable. I should create that shirt. TSR, can you add me to your health insurance? I cannot. For state health insurance, I can only add spouses and kids, and I don't think you would qualify as either. Possibly Razor, possibly. Ricky Ramirez, good evening to you. Go Spurs, go. Unguardable balls hype. You're welcome, Keith. I went early tonight. We went early tonight at 9 o'clock, and then the game didn't start at 9:30. It started at like 9:45. The Celtics and Knicks game ran very long. This is going to be a long stream tonight. Right, James? Wemmy's the tallest lob threat this team has ever had, unless we've had a taller player I'm forgetting. No lobs tonight. They're showing David Robinson drafted number 1. Then they're showing Tim Duncan draft number 1. Then they're showing Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, all these bobbly heads bouncing around in the championship. And then David just jumped off into the river, and Kawhi Leonard took his place. And then everybody just jumped out. Kawhi, Tony, Manu, and Tim, and only Pop's there. And there's Wemby on the corner with the Metropolitan 92. This is a really weird commercial or thing they're doing, but it's kind of cute. I like it. David Robinson's style plays would be great. Let's get back to the game. 61-56, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And we're going to have a foul or something, some kind of turnover on the match. Grant Williams shot a 3, made it. Not going to count. I know you like Kawhi, Butterfly. You might be right, Fletcher, sis. Pop will make Trey Jones dunk. I don't know about that. Mordecai, there should be mismatches. There should be. Not so much. Zach Collins with the ball right now in the post. Backs his man up. Pull-up jumper is good over Williams. It's 63-56. Spurs got the lead by 7. They keep showing Wemby stats on the bottom. Maybe show the guy that just scored. I just saying. Mr. Z with the $2 super chat. New era of Spurs. NEOS. Thank you for the support of the channel. Thank you all for supporting the channel tonight. Williams with the long three. No good. Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up the court. Gets it way up to Kelvin. Kelvin, it will stop, and the offense will reset. Kelvin, Zach, Trey, Osman, and Devin. Devin, pull up fadeaway. Woo! Nice baseline fadeaway. 65-56. And the scores are now reversed. Spurs offense waking up late in the second quarter. Chuck Nevitt. How tall is Chuck Nevitt? Doncic runner in the paint, no good. Collins with the rebound, gets it up to Kelvin. Kelvin going to bring up the fourth for the Spurs. Minute 20 to go. Kelvin into the paint. Bit of a Euro step. Gets rejected. Gets the ball back. Out to Devin. Devin's open for the three on the catch and shoot. Good. Spurs get it back to double digits, my friends. Let's go. Devin, the catch and shoot threes. Woo, he's looked good this year. Spurs on a 12-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Spurs and Mavericks fans and NBA fans and TSR fans, etc., etc., etc. Doncic drives in the paint. Misses a layup. A very late whistle. He missed a shot, threw his arms up, and then got the whistle. They just said Devin Vassell now has 15 points in the first quarter. Man, Wemby, he's just shooting threes tonight. I really hope that he changes the game in the second half and the Spurs take advantage of him in the paint. Nice Valhalla. That was a really late whistle. Zach Collins was a lottery pick. 68-56. Just very odd how late that whistle was after the play. Devin and Fuego. There you go, Keith. Oh, you definitely lost the under first half, my friend. Luka's first free throw is good. Yeah, Alan, the refs suck. Marcus, Devin, number 24 is Devin Vassell. Somebody said number 24 looks good. He's living up to that contract so far. Preseason looked great. Looks good tonight. Luka made them both. Fletcher says that's fair. I mean, in the end, I want the Spurs to win. I'm not rooting for a player. I'm rooting for the team. Zach Collins with a quick open three. No good. Spurs are trying to a little bit going too early for the 2 for 3. Now the Mavs can 2 for 3. Ooh, that's a hard foul. Grant Williams gets into the paint. Gets fouled by Zach Collins and one. I mean, Zach, yeah, I guess the new 1-minute rule is okay. I think the lie button is broken. What's the lie button? Vassell's going to have a very good season. Doug McDermott's getting traded to the Rockets or the Pistons? No. Zach, I think he's getting traded to a contender. Those teams are not contenders. Oh, like button. 68-60. Free throw is good. 68-61. Henry, I don't really know about the season turn. Jackson was at 7-5. I don't even remember him, Jason. I honestly don't. Vassell pull-up jumper. Spurs are trying to 2 for 1. Zach Collins gets the rebound, falls over. Luka with the ball, bringing up forward to Mavs, and then Trey Jones breaks up the fast break. Grant Williams wide open for 3. Thinks about taking the 3. Finally makes the 3. And what went from a 12-point lead is evaporated just like that to a 4-point lead. No, Caesar, they don't. They don't. Slug McDormand. There it is. 68-64. Trey Jones way on 3-point land, looking for a pick and roll with Zach Collins. Gets the pick, gets the roll, tosses it over to Osman. Osman, baseline jumper at the buzzer. Nope. Spurs will take the lead, though, into the second half. Where is my quarter thingy? Devin with 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Two assists, 2 steals. Not too shabby. VBS, he needs more time. He needs to not be a 3-point shooter anymore. And Devin getting interviewed. Quarter three. Well, you're a funny guy, man. They have to put Wemby in the midpoint post so he can look. Devin, they need to do something. Tyrod Taylor might start, really? Still? Let me reset the clock, and then we'll look at some halftime stats. Good evening, AJ. Thank you for stopping in. Let's reset the clock. We'll have about 15 minutes of halftime. Ooh, it's getting late already. James, I agree. The Spurs have not been doing a very good job getting involved. That being said, we still have a half of basketball, so hopefully in the second half, the San Antonio Spurs will get him involved much more. We're almost at 300 thumbs up. We have plenty of people to make it happen, and I thank y'all for being here tonight. Let's go to pull up the statistics here for the game. All right, San Antonio Spurs, box score. We'll pull up the Mavericks first, and that's who came up first anyway. Kleber with 3 points, Williams with 9, Jones with 1, Kyrie Irving with 8, and then Luka Doncic with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Has a legit shot at a triple-double tonight. Off the bench, Tim Hardaway Jr. was absolutely fantastic for the Mavericks with 15 points off the bench. Lively with 4, Green with 5, and Exum with 2. I'll put Exum on the roster since I didn't have him on here. He was number 0. So a little bit different roster than ESPN had as starters, but so it goes in the life of a YouTuber. When you rely on ESPN for anything, you are setting yourself up for failure. I said it. For San Antonio Spurs, Zach Collins with 8, Jeremy Sohan with 10, Kelvin Johnson with 10, Victor Wembanyama with 8, and Devin Vassell leading all Spurs scorers with 15. Off the bench, we got Doug McDermott with a donut, Osman with 5, Bassey with 0, Jones and Branham each have 7. As I look at the bench, actually, as I look at the whole unit, everybody's mostly in the positive, except Doug McDermott, who's got a -7. Doug McDermott rocking the -7 line in 6 minutes of play. Everybody else is mostly positive, although Bassey is pretty much even in a -1. Osman and Sohan dead even at 0. Vassell with the best plus-minus on the team, +13. I know some of you don't really care about plus-minus. I'm just kind of looking at it. Over on the Mavericks side of things, Kleber with the worst plus-minus on the Mavericks with -11. Kyrie Irving with a -10, and Derek Lively with the +10. There might be more stats than you needed, but you know, I'm giving you the news and the weather, or something. And I'll just kind of chat with you guys in halftime now, and hopefully we get a win here in the second half. Well, I didn't miss anything. You're in charge of the They're calling a lot of light fouls, Mike, and I just swallow the whistles on both sides. Let them play. Daniels was cleaning more passes, but Tyler Taylor has looked more dynamic and has run the offense more efficiently. And I think gives the Giants a better chance to win games. If that's the case, that sucks because shoot. I think Wemby has 2 blocks. I'll pull him back up since you asked. I'm alive for almost 2 hours, and we still have full second half to go. Holy crap. All right, Wemby's full stats since you asked. Wemby with 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, and 2 fouls. He has a +1 for the night so far. He has played in 12 minutes. I said he'll play about 28 minutes per game. We'll see. Spurs going with a 10-man rotation tonight. The Mavericks going with a 9. I'm kind of surprised the Spurs are going with 10. That could change certainly in the second half. As didn't really get a lot out of McDermott and Bassey. Not a ton out of Osman. It wasn't terrible. Just I'm talking about plus-minus. Actually, the whole bench. The whole bench really, which is a concern going into the season. How's the bench going to play together? Look at our 5 bench players. -7, 0, -1, +1, +1. The bench struggling a bit, whereas our starting lineup from Zach, Jeremy, Kelvin, Victor, and Devin, it's +5, +0, +7, +1, +13. What do you guys think? Is there a chance Devin Vassell's our best player when it's all said and done at the end of the year? I think it could be. I mean, I know a lot of people say Victor might be our best player by the end of the year. As a 19-year-old rookie, though, I wouldn't be disappointed if Devin is. What's going on with Wemby is he's shooting threes tonight. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdowns, 6 pickles, 884 yards through 5. Tyler Taylor, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, 470 yards through 2 games. Jones has 2 touchdowns and 6 pickles, Zach. Yeah, Doncic always eats us alive, Mike. You're welcome, Mr. Z. 2 touchdowns, 6 picks. I knew the ratio wasn't good. I didn't realize it was that bad. If you answered the question, you should feel confident in the second half knowing they can beat these guys. They're completely in the driver's seat. Yes, no excuse for the Spurs. Exactly. Kyrie Irving's playing Butterfly. He's in there. He's definitely playing. Luka's full stats. Maybe I should just keep this up. Let me jump back in. Luka Doncic stats. We will get them now. What I did say it earlier. I said he was close to triple-double, but I did not give the full stats. So Doncic, 6 of 13 from the field, 17 minutes, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, 3 of 4 from the line. He's got 7 boards, 5 assists, 1 steal, no blocks, 2 turnovers, 1 foul. And he's rocking a -1 with 16 points. All right, let me focus on the chat. Let me try to focus on the chat. Can I focus on the chat? Apparently I can't. All right, there we go. You're welcome. Jason Kidd. Stephen A. Smith is talking now. Is he hating on our Spurs right now, spur of the moment? Rolling good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. But in fact, to all of you, as always. Whew, I was yawning during that. That worked out good. I can't believe the Magic beat the Rockets 116-86. I thought the Rockets were going to be much better this year. Steven needs to go to bed. They have to run plays for Wemby in the middle. Yes. Pick and pop big man stuff is not what I want. Not at all. That's not the game I'm looking for from Victor Wembanyama. I'm shocked we haven't had an alley-oop attempt even tonight at all to Victor. 7'4". He has like a 8-foot wingspan, and we haven't tried that once. It's not like the Mavericks are going with a huge lineup tonight. Butterfly, I thought the Rockets were much better than this. They have a lot of young talent. They've had a lot of draft picks the last few years. I thought for sure. I mean, yes, it's only one game, but they get blown out in the season opener by 30. The Jets defense is number 2 defense in the league. Ooh. That's not good for the Giants Sunday. And Wemby seems to be acting like a guard. Yes. They have a young team, Mordecai. Magic have a very young team. They are rebuilding, but I thought there was a lot of talent there. They're doing some injuries. The Rockets pick immature players. They are a mess. William Juby, good evening to you. Yeah, well, I like to see Wemby just cut loose. Stop with the three-point shooting already. By the way, if anybody's new here, this is a San Antonio Spurs channel. Mavericks fans are welcome to. Also an NBA channel and a sports music channel occasionally, once in a while. So if that sounds fun, if you're enjoying out the chat, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's going to be a fun season of San Antonio Spurs basketball this year. A very fun season. A lot of people are projecting the Spurs to win under 30 games. Come on now. I mean, when I see people say that ESPN said the Spurs are going to get, 27 wins? Like, Victor Wembanyama's good for only 5 more wins? 5? I heard if we don't have 300 likes by the end of halftime, Stephen A. Smith will grow a second head and talk even more. Nice. That's a good one. I don't have a problem with Stephen A. Smith. I mean, I don't agree with his opinion, whatever he's talking about. I just start it off. Welcome, everyone, to the greatest Spurs show on earth. Spike that like. Thank you, Butterfly. I'll admit my energy's down a little right now. I'm really tired. I did not expect to be tired, but I am. It's 11 o'clock where I am, which isn't really late. I was up at 6-ish. No, I was actually up maybe at 5:30. Maybe 5:30. Didn't sleep terribly great last night. I did sleep pretty okay, but not the best. I'm hoping to sleep well tonight. But after this game is over, I'm definitely going to call it a night. I might pull up the final stats. No energy. Maybe I should like Hulk up like the Ultimate, or Hulk up or the Ultimate Warrior. You feel it too. When the thunder clouds open and the blood open and it raining down on the Ultimate Warrior. I don't even know what I just said. I really don't know what I just said. I went full Ultimate Warrior there. I'm wearing a Spurs hat. The little Spurs logo right here. That's Spurs hat. And then I have the really old school Spurs hat in my closet. Yes, Kern, the game started very late. The Celtics and New York Knicks game, the Boston Celtics New York Knicks game held up the ESPN broadcast. So this thing is going to start to like 9:45. Plus, I went live at 9 because I wanted to go early for the season opener. So I'm feeling it. Roy, good evening. Rich, still at work. How are we looking? We're looking good. Wemby's shooting a lot of threes, Roy. Tell Booba's Cat I said hi. So don't like to see that. But overall, got a 4-point lead. Devin looks terrific tonight. I wouldn't give credence to anything anyone else on ESPN says. Well, that's fair. This might be the last strike to be able to watch for a hot minute, so I'm hoping the Spurs can get the W against one or bigger. I hope so too, Mike. Roy, I could go for milkshake. Can you airmail me one over? Can I get here in the next 10 minutes? No, this thing started late, 9:30 p.m. By the way, Chet got killed tonight. Did he get hurt, Fletcher Sis, or did he just get lit up in a game that he's playing? New here, but Spurs, comics, and wrestling references sounds like my channel. Kyle, I'll reference movies. I am a big comic book guy. I don't do comic book videos, but I'll certainly talk about it on the live stream. Not a wrestling fan anymore, but I loved it in the 80s. I kind of was lucky that when wrestling was changing, it's when I was growing, i.e., I was a little kid in the 80s, grew up a Hulkamaniac, Macho Man, Roddy Piper, Demolition, The Ultimate Warrior, and the list goes on. Then I got a little bit in the 90s, and then it started getting more adult. In 96, 97 with G Generation X and Stone Cold, I was 19, 20, so now it was kind of targeted right at me again and was big into the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars. Then kind of stopped watching stopped watching around 2005 and then casually watched stuff a little bit here and there. Got slightly back into it when Goldberg came back in 2016, watched him in the Brock Lesnar stuff, and I've kind of since checked out again. I don't have time. But I'll still watch like a vintage wrestling documentary. I mean, certainly can definitely go for that. Hey to you, Homer Martinez. Thank you for stopping in. I'm missing some stuff on the chat. I do play Magic the Gathering. I play Commander. Admittedly, I have 80 Commander decks right now. Attitude Era was, I mean, it was. Well, I don't think we'll ever see a night where where two wrestling organizations are each pulling in like 6 million viewers. Who do you think had a bigger forehead? Hulk? Derek White. Pacers put up 143. Dang. I did see Jake the Snake on Joe. Yes, only 80 Commander decks. Yes, so I've got 32 of all the colors available as non-budget decks. So that would be, monocolor decks, the shards, the wedges, the 4-color decks, a 5-color deck, so forth and so on, colorless deck. So I got 32 there. Then I have 26 in the more traditional colors, all the guild shards and wedges and monocolors. Those are all budget decks. And then I have 22 super budget decks, if you will. That they're just kind of there. If I ever decide I want to play those commanders, I can easily switch it out with one of the other decks, but they're all backups and ready to go, and they are playable. Yeah, Magic's getting a little carried away with the crossover stuff. Marvel is coming to Magic the Gathering, which I don't know how to feel about that. A friend of mine's totally against it, and I was like, on one hand, I'm not really a fan of seeing Marvel Magic the Gathering. On the other hand, would I play an Avengers deck? Oh, hell yeah! That was terrible. Atlanta Hawks lost. That's too bad. I don't think those picks were worth the Jockey Murray. Jedi, good evening to you. Yes, ISOs, some picks that get him more involved in the offense. Ric Flair, woo! They are showing the bench points. The Mavericks bench did outscore our bench 27-19. That's keeping them in the game. Of course, a lot of that was Tim Hardaway Jr., who I think had 12 of those points. Why not? Spurs are still up by 4. Nerd chat, yeah. So TSR Sports main hobbies right now. TSR Sports, obviously YouTube channel, and sports in general. A musician, Magic the Gathering, comic books. I've spent time with my girlfriend, who is a hiker. You guys heard me a lot talk about I picked up hiking this summer. That's who I was hiking with. Yeah, I like watching movies and listening to music. Just biking, cycling, playing basketball. I haven't done that a lot lately. Want to get back into lifting weights, but I haven't felt my best the last few weeks, so I've been just doing cardio and light cardio here and there. Yes, they are, Cowboy Checker. Yes, they are. I'm the nerd that climbed the construction ladder. They would be back. In the music videos, possibly. You met the great show? I mean the big show. Cardio is awesome. Damn it. I don't make fun, but I love running laps in my basement. I'll just shut my brain off and throw music on and just do laps in my basement. My girlfriend picks on me. She doesn't get it, but I just literally I'm somewhere else when I'm doing it, and yeah, it's a great workout. You walked 20 miles on Saturday? Dang, Zach. Greenwick. That was when I played the Doug Butterfly. Second half is underway. My clock's not moving. Clock is still not moving. Why is my clock not moving? I can't get my clock to move. What's happening here? I can't get my clock to move. Zach with a bucket. I can't get this freaking clock to move. Wow, that was weird. Williams misses the shot. My apologies. We'll get that fixed over the next few timeouts. I don't know what happened there. Down the cell for three, no good. Spurs up 70-64. Well, quick, Rich looks sexy with that long wig he wears. A broken clock. Yes, sir. 4 quarters of basketball. Broken clock. Oh, you are a character, man. Thank you for stopping. Appreciate you being here. Sonia's wide open for three. They're going to dare him to take the three. He'll take the three. He won't make the three. Dang it. 70-64. Mavs ball. Doncic with the alley-oop. Too much alley, not enough oop, but a nice recovery by Derek Lively with the reverse layup. And Pop's going to call a timeout already. Let the clock just run until it gets to 10.5 minutes. Man, the Pacers scored 143 against the Wizards. Pacers, most points for any team. I couldn't see it. Orlando's 30-point win over the Rockets was the largest victory in a season opener in franchise history. Those wigs get really hot, Butterfly. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. Main New York bowling alley 20. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. Pop is the king of timeouts. Did you like the new Ghost Spurs Ghost song, Cowboy X Factor? Appreciate it if you did. I really enjoy making music. I know the music's not for everybody here because it's metal, and, well, metal's not, not as popular as it was in the 80s and 90s or even the 2000s. Spurs made a mistake not taking Lively. Did they have an opportunity to take him? I don't remember. Sad when Mavs are better than Spurs at getting ball to big. Yes, I would agree with True Patriot. Thank you, Cowboys. I had fun making the video. The music's on this channel. The music's actually here. If you go to the TSR Sports main page, there's a bunch of playlists. The TSR Sports music is the bottom playlist. And there's a couple Spurs songs in there, 2 Giant songs, an I Love Kristen Press song, United States, former now United States Women's National Team forward. I don't know if she's ever going to play with them again. And I think that's it. There's no Yankee songs. The next song will be another New York Giants song about how they stink, because they do. Followed up by another Spurs song, and if I ever can just get the time to do it, or the motivation, I will be doing a cover of a Slaughter to Prevail song about the Spurs. Gin or water? Water. I'm not a drinker. All right, TSR is giving out commander decks or whatever if we get 4 likes tonight. I know he's 7-4, Toby. I got it. Why don't you want me to do a long 3-pointer half court? All right, that's cool. Why not? I mean, the music is something that's very personal because, music was one of my first real passions. Metal definitely was, and I do play everything on there. So, give it a little credit there. If you're like, wow, the drummer could be a little better. Well, it's me. Or that bass player could be a little better. Still me. Or the guitar player. Well, it's all me. I write the songs, I produce them, play everything, and I have a lot of fun making music. Ode to the Lakers comes out in December. iTunes. Is that your song about how? Are you doing music? Wow, I did not know that, Zach. I think Pop is letting Wemby figure out how to play some. Wemby probably doesn't want to do a heavy post up. I don't think he wants to post up at all. We got 4-point lead with 10:29 to go. I'm sure Wemby can do a 3 at half court. Boris Diaz in the chat. Meet Selena or Wemby? I mean, Wemby. Definitely. Oh, how I am. Actually, there was a Lakers song on my channel. You know the song Big Girls Don't Cry? I did Lakers fans do cry when they got knocked out of the playoffs. The year Russell Westbrook when they didn't make the play-in. Go around with a monster thunder dunk. Justice. So I do have a Lakers song on the channel. I forgot I did that. Totally did that. I totally trolling. That's a turnover for the Mavs. Wemby's going to bring it up for the Spurs. Brings it up the court. Whips it across the Vassell. And he threw it right into the stands. That's turnover. Let's describe it. She's wearing a Spurs fan, Mike. Leo, yay to you. Look, that's got to be, I mean, I know you're a Lakers fan, but I think if you're being, look at it from an outside point of view, that LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook super team's got to be one of the biggest failed super teams of all time, is it not? Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Mavericks. Becky G is way, way, way better than Selena. Becky G? Who's Becky G? I don't know who Becky G is. Is rapper? Mavs ball, 9.5 minutes to go, 72-66. Luka Doncic with the ball right now. Drives by the Spurs defense, and there's going to be an offensive foul on, I think it's on Derek Lively. Leo, I'm trying to forget that. Seriously, trying to forget that. Nice, Mike. I try to forget that draft night. Keldon Johnson's ball right now in the paint. Or in the post, excuse me. Pass out to Son. Son didn't get it to Wemby. And an offensive foul. Third foul on Wemby. Oh, Billie Jean's not my lover? Meet Joshua Primo or Selena. Are you kidding? Selena Gomez. I don't want to meet Joshua Primo. What if he whoops it out? Anyway, Wemby with 15 minutes, 6 points, 3 fouls. And Doncic going to get into the paint, throws it up off the glass. Spurs have not found an answer for that yet tonight. 4-point game with under 9 minutes to go. Is Wemby still in there? Yes, he is. Collins for 3, no good. Doncic with the rebound. Luka bring it up. Tries to go fast break. And what a huge collision. Lively just runs right into Collins, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Zach Collins. Well, welcome back, Uroj. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Chat alert. We can't get to 400 likes if we don't get to 300 first. It's math. I don't make the rules. How about me, Joshua Primo, Richard Jefferson, or Charles Barkley? Charles Barkley. We probably, get me some Krispy Kreme donuts. I would be down for that. I like me some. I mean, he's all about the Krispy Kreme donuts. So me, Charles Barkley, have some donuts. Williams is getting fined for flopping for sure. I definitely don't know that Becky G song. Joshua Primo is playing with Kawhi right now. And the Mavericks have just 69 to our San Antonio Spurs. That's a heck of a combination, Phil. The refs. Another foul on Wemby, number 4. Wemby's going to get pulled out. Krispy Kreme overrated. Dunkin' Donuts? I honestly, I just like donuts, so I'll eat them both. Yeah, moving screens are killing us. Oh, okay. All right. Joy, sounds good. Wemby on the bench with his 4th foul. And Kyrie with a pull-up jumper. Germany to drive in the paint, throws up a high layup, no good. Doncic with the rebound, sprints sprints up the court. Doncic will try to dish it, and almost a turnover for the Mavs to get the ball back. Lively finally will get the ball in the bucket, and the Mavericks have the lead by 1. Whatever donut hype, indeed. I could go for a donut right now. Seriously, I'm hungry. But I'm not going to eat when this thing's over at like around midnight. No way. 73-72, 7 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Zach Collins with the ball, pull-up jumper from the line. Good. Spurs take the lead back by 1. Wemby, he's only got, I think, 6 right now, Joe. So you know the Boobert, the Buster-Ramas are going to be coming out. Alley-oop. Derek Lively with the dunk. 75-74. Teams now going back and forth. The best donut's the one I'm eating at the moment, Valhalla. Whatever I can get my hands on. Jeremy in the paint. Pass it out to Devin. They got to get Devin back involved. Devin pull-up jumper. Good. What's this crap with showing Jason Kidd on the sideline and squishing down the game? Who gives a ish? Get him off my channel. Get him off my screen. Jones corner 3, no good. Spurs try to go fast break and throw it away. Chocolate donut, yes. Euroj, Wemby 16 minutes, 4 fouls, and 6 points, I believe. He needs to get... I can't name a Becky G song. Chocolate sprinkles sounds good, Valhalla. That sounds really good right now. Microwave a day-old donut for 15 seconds. It's delicious. Really? Mr. Scotch? Crotch? Went for 3 from the corner. No good. Trey Jones with the rebound. Get it up to Osman. Osman bring it up for the Spurs. Under 7 minutes to go. Osman back to Trey Jones. Trey Jones going to take off. Gets it to Soane. Soane going back door. And now it's going to get knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Spurs ball. My clock's a little behind. It is the young team. 4 more likes at 300. Let's make it happen if we could. Jason Kidd. Oh, he's mic'd up. Yeah, but don't cut to him. I don't need to see him if he's mic'd up. Just play his audio. And I hate it when any channel squishes the game down to show somebody else and you can't see what the hell's going on. Zach Collins just going to launch a quick 3. No good. Doncic with the rebound. Spurs up by 1. A little over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Doncic going to bring it up the court. Alley-oop. And Lively with the sort of dunk. And it gets an and 1. I got to get a Lakers thumbs up. Dang it. Yeah, he is tearing out the Spurs. He didn't even start the game, but he's playing well now. He's got 9 points on 4-4 shooting, and I think that's all in the third quarter. We at the 300. This is Sparta! Lively taking over the game. Something we thought Wemby would be doing. Collins is wide open for 3. He'll take the 3. Halfway through the third quarter. 78-76. Spurs down by 2. Doncic in the paint. Throws it out. Throws it way out. That might be an over and back. That's just going to go out of bounds. Turnover on the Mavericks. We're in the smallest quarter. It is for the Spurs. These refs, the ESPN broadcast, these announcers. I know, man. I feel you. 301, but don't stop there, my friends. Don't stop there. Keep it going. Maybe we can get to Austin 316 thumbs up. Austin 316 hype. Zach Collins with the ball, gets into the paint. Spins around, throws up a very awkward layup, and it's good. He's apparently mic'd up. Mike Smith, Jason Kidd is, but we don't need to keep seeing his face. And yes, why? That's a good point. It's in San Antonio. It's Wemby's debut, and you got Jason Kidd mic'd up. And Williams going to call for a foul, and they're saying Osman is selling some contact here for the Spurs. I would love to see us get 400 likes, Butterfly. John, he was about a 37% shooter from beyond the arc. Oh, Osman really sold that. A little floppy there. Oh, you know, if Wemby finishes with like under single digits tonight, the bus talk is going to come out. Offensive foul, Zach Collins. Jason Kidd is a Hall of Famer. But I don't need to see him every 3 minutes during the game. He's a coach, not a player. Mr. Z, I have the extra experience point perk when I am... I'm also a gamer, by the way. Extra experience when you're at a party, which I only play the game with friends. My action points recover quicker. That's a layup, and now a steal for the Mavericks on the inbound pass. Spurs getting sloppy with the ball. Quick three-point attempt is no good. I think that was Hardaway Jr. Charles Bassey with the rebound. Come on, Spurs, wake up. Dallas Sell's been quiet this half. He needs to wake up. Pull-up jumper by Vassell. There you go. He heard me. He heard me. Why isn't Pop cussing Wemby? I don't know if he should be cussing him. Action Boy. It's for... Yes, those are them. I forgot the name. Good job, Mr. Z. Devin with 19 points. Doncic going to pull up jumper good. Was that a 3 or a 2? Luka for 3. Smoke him if you got him. 83-80. And the Spurs are down by 3. I think that's the biggest lead for Dallas tonight. Brandon with the runner, no good. Where's the beautiful game here? I feel like too many players are just taking the ball and taking a shot, and then that's it. No ball movement. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Dallas. Joshua Burns, good evening. Jay, we need some milk. Yeah, they did, Phil. Wemby's not been he's not affected this game at all. And Spurs all over the place. Inbound pass, shots no good. Cleaver with the fault, no good. No, Wemby's got 4 fouls. They can't put him back in, Lewis. Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. Jones out in three-point land, starts takeoff, gets to the paint. The runner, no good. Foul, going in the line for 2. Yes, he is. The French League allows more contact than the NBA. That could be affecting Wemby's game too, Zach. I did think I saw that somewhere. But Wemby's got to be safe for the 4th, absolutely. I'm just waiting. You know what's going to happen, Spurs fans. He finishes with 6 points tonight or 8 points tonight. The bus talk's going to come out left and right tomorrow. I'm already ready for it. I'm not going to let it get to me. I might have to do a video addressing it. No, why not? You can come back in. But if you have 4 fouls, you don't want to pick up your 5th foul in the 3rd quarter because then there's still another quarter of play and you are out of the game with 6 fouls. Check out Morganton Airport on your map. There's cool set. Huh. Morgantown Airport. All right. Morgantown Airport. Try to remember that. Wemby with 16 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 fouls. Spurs down 83-82, 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And they keep showing Jason Kidd, get him up again. That's a miss. And a rebound for the Mavs. Tim Hardaway Jr. with the follow-up 3, no good. Jason Kidd's not even saying anything. You got him mic'd up in the camera on him. He's not saying anything. Is that Trey Jones for 3? Yes, it was. That's the worst mic'd up ever. And almost a turnover by the Mavericks. And it is a turnover on the Mavericks. Spurs got numbers. Osman on the fast break. Let it go. That's a timeout by the Mavs. There we go. I know number 1 is Battle Hell. I know number 1 is. I mean, they're a much bigger channel. Well, I'll take 2nd. And maybe one day we'll be 1st. When the Spurs are the NBA champions again. Getting a win is all that matters. That is number 1, clearly. Buffering hard. Do you guys have any issues buffering? Everything looks good on my end, but I mean, I obviously I'm not watching the stream. Of course, that's more of a YouTube thing than me. 50 wins this year? Sure. Actually, I predicted 38-43. You know, Chipper 34, the Spurs are up by 4. No buffering there for Butterfly. Good to hear. Or read. 87-83. We're in a timeout right now. And it's been a good game. I appreciate it. We got to 300 likes. Always appreciated. And we still have a fourth quarter to go. No, I'm good. Okay. Thanks, you boy Rico. Honey Badger, good evening to you. I think I've said it before. But you remind me of Mark Goldbridge on the United Stand. It's the biggest independent sports live stream. I think you're on a similar path. I don't know who that is, but I'll take you as a compliment. Hey, TSR, I'm going to send you a Becky G poster. I mean, Selena's old news. She barely speaks her Spanish. Becky G is a new girl. I do have a P.O. box, so if you want to send me, like, legit send me a Becky G poster, we could put it up right where the Expendables poster isn't how part of the stream. We're going 78-4. Butterfly, she's a rapper or pop artist? I don't know. The fourth quarter is what concerns me the most, Michael. Historically, on our channel, TSR Sports, the Spurs have not played well in the fourth quarter and have given up a lot of wins. You call him Dr. Jones. The Spurs are going 98-0. Would that include the finals? So how many games it would be? Rich, Wemby's getting called left and right, but we're still winning. I sort of feel good right about it. You know, that's a good point, July 26th. That's a good point. Wemby's not having a good game. Getting called on a lot of fouls. Had very little impact on the game. The Spurs are still winning. I think Becky G is a Lakers fan, so never. Don't do it, TSR. 1919 and a third. I did see that. Pop artists and sexy, too. Cadillac Sector, it is our channel, though. It really is, because this is... I know it's cliche to say it, but without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. This, for me, is a Spurs community, and it's a sports community, too. The channel does say Spurs community, but on the banner, at least, that's not the name of the channel, but it's a chance to talk football. You know, I still like talking football with you guys. I'm a New York Giants fan. There's a lot of Cowboys fans here on the channel, so, you know, a little smack talk on there is always appreciated. You guys know I'm a New York Yankees fan. James, I don't know what... I don't feel like they put... Spurs will win the Super Bowl. I don't think Wemby's been put in the best position to play well tonight. Mark Gomez knows personally as Becky G is an American singer and actress, and she's known for versatile music, recording songs, and albums. That's a 3 from the Mavs. I was reading about Becky G. Oh, you didn't know? Ricky Ramirez with the Go Cowboys. I do not cover the other Spurs, Jason. I have seen a couple of their games when I watched Premier League back in 2019, but the games were always on at weird times on the weekend. I couldn't do it. Keldon for 3, no good. Long rebound to Trey Jones. 87-86. Trey Jones going to drive into the paint. Layup good. Trey Jones has looked good tonight. John, I didn't even get to watch the Giants win last week. The game was blocked. It was not shown in my area. Usually the Giants are. Kyrie Irving, backdoor layup good. A little bit back and forth game. That's true. The other Tottenham Hotspurs. That's a good point. That's the official full name. Trey Jones with the ball again. Drives to the paint. Gets it to Charles Bassey. Bassey gets in there, and he throws down a thunder dunk of justice. Nice spell. Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan. They stink. I know it. Wide open 3 for Kleber. Good. We got a tie game. We got a tie game, my friends. Tie game. The game has slowed down considerably, Jason. When you consider the Spurs had, 40 points in the first quarter? We got a minute 26, 91 all. All good, Victor. Victor Wembanyama is back in the chat. You have been distracted. It's all good, Wemby. You still got another quarter. Lewis, Kyrie's a Maverick. Well, I don't know. Osman just going to launch a quick 3. I don't like that shot. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with San Antonio. Jason Kidd is not liking it. 310 likes, that means 90 more likes and everyone gets a Lambo. Yes, that is a fact. Everybody gets a Hot Wheels Lamborghini. Jason Kidd can suck it too. He can suck it with ESPN. Get the ball into Kellen. Kellen, runner in the paint, no good. Gotta make those close shots, my man. Yes, he does, Joshua. Another whistle. This is going to go against San Antonio. We have 2 free throws coming up. Tim Hardaway Jr., I believe, going to the line. Kyrie is top 400 basketball player in the world? I mean, right now, he'd probably be higher than that. What about Rambo? What about Rambo? Rambone? Oops. First free throw for Tim Hardaway is good. Mavericks retake the lead. William, I believe, we're top 3 youngest in the league. I may have seen somewhere the Spurs are the youngest. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd rather have Salinas Calzone. Will Luka get a triple-double? If he only needs 2 assists, Jason, then that's a lock. He's going to get it. Barring something weird happened. Rambo John Jay? All right, Phil, it's a 6-hour drive, so I don't know if the game will still be going when you get there. If it is, something's seriously wrong. Spurs ball, Trey Jones starts to drive. The runner, no good. Actually, Cleaver with the rebound. Gabriel, yes, he is. Dallas ball. They can 2 for 1. Kyrie with the ball now way out in three-point lane, guarded by Demisel. Starts to drive on him, gets into the paint, pull-up jumper. No good. Charles Bassey with the rebound. We'll get it to Osman. Osman will bring it up for San Antonio. Are they going to try a 2 for 1? No, they are not. OKC is younger. It's close, though. The Spurs, I think, are pretty sure in the top 3 in the league for youngest teams. Keldon with the ball, drives to the paint. Jumper is no good. He was looking efficient in the first half, but the second half, not a lot to say about him. Mavs will hold for the last shot. Wow. Josh Green with a bank 3. The 3 down the other end is no good by Osman. OKC, Houston, Orlando, San Antonio. Spurs are not my 5. That's the biggest lead, I believe, for Dallas. 3 best players are most promising for the future besides Wemby. I mean, I think we got to go with the 3 of the other Fantastic 4. Kelvin, Devin, and Jeremy. We're going to need a big fourth quarter. And Wemby's going to need to not get foul trouble the whole quarter. Kelvin was looking good, but his last few shots are kind of... Love Kelvin to death, but he's a spot up 3 and D, and that's it. I think he'd be a little more than that. Oh, I got to put the quarter 4. Q4, Q4. Yes, he did, Joshua. Yes, he did. I'm going to stretch out here and put the Go Spurs Go chant up. The defense sucks again. That's what happened. Mavs are giving the rest of the league a recipe on how to beat the Spurs. Flop on Wemby to draw the foul and take him out of the game. But that's... I hope that's not the case, Phil, but it's working tonight. It's working very well. I gotta wake up. I'm exhausted. This might be my longest non-overtime stream ever for a game. Hour. We've been live for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and we still have the whole fourth quarter. There it is. Wemby's a bust. Wemby's a bust. Yes, I don't know what Wemby is. I think Wemby will be okay, but that Wemby guy, W-I-M-B-Y, Wemby is a bust. Thunder beat the Bulls tonight. I couldn't join the Spurs. It would have been, was it the 2004 season? I did not want Karl Malone. Mr. Elbow David Robinson to the head, knock him out unconscious. No. Dragon, it's working. Victor, I know you can see this. Remember who you are. Still have a quarter left. I wouldn't be surprised if we have people stopping before the game's over. If if the Spurs are losing and Wemby is still in single digits doing the Wemby bus talk. Take it with a grain of salt, Spurs fans. Don't take it seriously. It's going to happen. We know we got a young franchise player on the roster who's only 19. I mean, he's going to be okay. He does need to stop shooting threes, though. Wemby flopping. I read it something. Shooting all these threes is driving me crazy. Rome wasn't built in a day. One more thumbs up for Austin 316. James, that's fair too. But they were, flopping a bit. No, he's not, Jason. No, Kyrie's not. And yes, it is one game. And this game's not even over yet. We're talking like the Spurs already lost. There's still 12 minutes left. If Devin can get his hot hand back, hey, Pop's getting interviewed by Cassidy Hooprith. Pop's saying the Magic getting the paint over and over and over in the third quarter. I guess Wemby's coming back in the game. Hi, Pop. Good evening, Hoodie. Definitely not expecting a ring this year, Razor Scooter. Not expecting a ring at all. All right, Wemby, you should be well rested. You've been off a lot of game. And then alley-oop, thunder, dunk of justice to Keldon Johnson. So Johnson, about a foot shorter than Wemby, is the one that gets the alley-oop. Sure, why not? 3-point game. Doncic going to drive, and he is going to draw a foul. Jason could have taken a math teacher. Whoops. They're getting a lot of calls tonight, but it is what it is. Like the UFC, they always say, if you don't want to lose by decision, don't let it go to the judge's scorecard. End the fight. Another foul on Wemby? Jeez. And he's out again. Five fouls. He just can't. Yeah, that was on Wemby. He can't even look at anybody. Luka missed the second free throw. He is getting... Jason. I don't know what's going on with him tonight. Bad fouls, maybe bad calls, either way. Vassell pull-up jumper good, and Devin's got to step up, man. Time to earn that contract, buddy. Adrian says, America's soft. Yeah, you're advertising Wemby's debut all night, and then you got him on the bench with foul trouble. Now, he can get one more foul, and then he's out of the game. Doncic to the bar right now, 12 on the shot clock, 1 minute to go. Spurs down by 1. Luka one-on-one with Sohan, asking for the pick and roll. Gets the pick, gets the roll. Luka starts to drive. Little jumper in the paint, good. Spurs have not been able to stop that all game. Somebody got to step up. It ain't going to be Wemby tonight. Doncic with 25 points, 11 boards, 8 assists, 2 assists shy of a triple-double. Vassell pull-up jumper, air ball. Air ball. Wemby's not going back to France, bro. Maxi Kleber starts to drive. And the Mavericks just going around the world. 6 on the shot clock now. Doncic one-on-one with Keldon. Pull up fadeaway. Jeez. And the Mavericks the first one to get to 100. Spurs ball, down by 5, 10 minutes to go. Jeremy said, we got a whistle. Defensive 3-second on the Mavs. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Oh, stop. Stop. And then Wemby has a good game. You'll be all loving him again. You know you will. You're probably loving his game in the preseason. Stop the nonsense. Mark Cuban paid him. Devin missed a free throw. He paid him a lot. Exactly, your Sersky. It's one game. People are going to start calling him a bust after tonight's game, and then he has a good game, and people are going to start saying he's a future MVP. He's going to flip-flop all year. Just be used to it. Yes, he should. Mino should teach him that. Hurry up. Jeremy gets the ball in the paint. Euro steps. Layup. No good. And offensive foul. Jeremy Soin with the offensive foul. Yeah, I threw the elbow up. Elbowed. I gave the people's elbow to Maxi Kleber. Or was that? Yep, people's elbow. Spurs down by 5 under 10 minutes to go. Luka with the ball. Nice bounce pass. And the bucket is missed by Derek Lively. Did that foul on the Spurs again? No, foul on Derek Lively. Growing pains. Kind of like the leg button. Wemming's Bennings was over under 6.5 points. What was it? 6.5 points? As a Mavs fan, everyone has bad games. I am aware of this with Luka, as when he was in Western Conference Finals, you're hyping up. I say, yeah. That was the first miss by Lively. Exactly, Melissa. Spurs ball. Kelvin's going to drive. Throws it up high at the glass. Good. And one. All right, Spurs got a call. Come on, San Antonio. Nice job by Kelvin. Shooting one. Somebody got to step up for this team. Kelvin, Devin, somebody. I'm losing my voice. Kelvin's free throw. Good. 2-point game. Has it been going exactly the way this game is going? Kelvin with 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 6 rebounds. Kelvin had 7 assists tonight. I had no idea he had that many assists. No idea. Doncic step back 3. No good. Devin flies in for the rebound. Kelvin with the ball gets into the paint. Up off the glass. Good. Kelvin's starting to take over the game. Come on, man. Come on, KJ. Let's go. Trying to wake up. Mavericks ball, 100 all, 8:48 to go. Kyrie with a quick 3, no good. Jeremy Soin with the rebound. Yeah, I'm sure everybody had Wemby with more than 6. Kelvin with the ball, and he loses it. Oh, he got hit in the head. No call. Kyrie into the paint. Little jumper is no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Gets it over to Devin Vassell. Kelvin over to Jeremy in the paint. No good. And we're going to have a foul and 2 free throws. Are they stretch mark? We got a bunch of dogs. Well, Hoodie, we're going to need some fight tonight. Showing us sounds of the game with Kelvin doing some pep talking. Actually, is any one of the older players on the roster kind of in the middle age-wise at this point? Jeremy Soin's one-handed free throw is good. Spurs are up by 1. Yeah, fight's first fight is right, Butterfly. Come on, San Antonio. I'm losing my voice here. Like, if he can get a little better on finishing, he missed a second free throw. He would have a lot of and-ones tonight. All right, yes, Sirski, I'll show you the game. I gotta find the game. There he is. Sucker! We have a timeout, and the Spurs are up by 1. Good game so far. It's been back and forth. The Spurs been up by double digits. The Mavericks been up by 5 here and there. It's been very back and forth. For Spurs fans looking to see something big out of Wemby tonight, it's probably not going to happen. But you know what? That's fine, because Wemby not going to have a big game every night. The rest of the team needs to step up. We've seen Devin step up at times tonight. We've seen Kelvin step up at times. Dwight Howard's not in the NBA, Mike. If you have not hit the thumbs up and you're hanging out tonight, please do so. It is the best way to help the channel, and the only thing I'll ask for supporting the channel. Also, if you are new here and you're a San Antonio Spurs fan, we have a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. We'll be live for pretty much all the games this season. It's a great place to hang out. And if you're not a Spurs fan and just enjoying hanging out, be sure to hit the subscribe button too. Oh, whoa. What's this Dwight Howard news? I did not know that. I'm not going to read that out loud, Mike Diaz, but gosh, I hope that's not true. This game looks like it'll finish around 12, so TSR finally gets some... Yes, I am exhausted. Pop needs to put DeJounte Murray on the floor. Oh, dang, he's on the Hawks and Horns behind you. No, DJ. Thank you, John Sanchez. Appreciate it. Good evening, Odyssey. This has been a long night. Not only did we start the stream early at 9 p.m., but ESPN, we wanted to go early for the game, but ESPN decided that they were, because, let me start that over. The Knicks and Celtics game ran late, and ESPN didn't cut to the Spurs game until that started, which started like 9:45 or later. I'll have to look at that Dwight Howard news. I'm a little, I remember the airport thing. Somebody told me to check out the airport on Fallout 76. I'll have to remember. I don't remember which town it was in. Morgantown or something? But there was definitely an airport. Yes, Joshua, there you go. ESPN sucks a double crooked letter. There you go. That's more like it. And hurting people is never cool. Don't hurt people. Be kind, please rewind. No, Carlos, he done. Especially if he's in some kind of trouble, legally. He wasn't coming back anyway. What was he trying to get on? Was it the Golden State Warriors? Victor Wembanyama says Dwight Howard cursed him. Well, Wemby, if you get back in the game, you still have a chance. If you don't draw another foul, of course, you draw another foul, you are done for the night. So Wemby, don't draw another foul. Please. We got 8 minutes of change to go. The Spurs are up by 1. We're coming back from a timeout. If you're looking to see what Victor Wembanyama did tonight, well, he's been in a lot of foul trouble. He's got 5 fouls in 16 minutes, and at the moment, he's on the bench. I think Spurs will need a solid superstar to help develop Vic. You could be right, Jumpman. Or could one of our guys turn into a solid superstar? Could that be Devin Vassell? Could it be Kelvin? Jury's still out. Whoops, thought the game was coming back, and nope. Take out. Derek Lively, 14 points, 6 of 7 from the floor, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, making his NBA debut. As soon as Wemby goes in, guaranteed 6 foul. You might be right, James. You actually might be right. Sad but true. He's not in there right now. And Irving's going to get a bank shot and 1. I think the foul's on Jeremy Sochan. Wemby coming in the last 10 seconds to hit a 90-foot winner. Eric A., sure. This is what I think about the refs tonight. Yep. That's how I'm feeling. Not doing us any favors, that's for sure. Made the free throw. Irvin an excellent free throw shooter. You heard James Hetfield in your head? Efren, good night to you then. You keep showing Wemby stats. I don't know why. 16 minutes, 6 points, 5 fouls. And now another whistle. Come on. Sabatro, yeah. I'm your life. I don't do a good James Hetfield voice. I'm sorry. My voice is a little too low to do his voice well. Spurs ball. Osmo with the ball starts to take off into the paint. Runner bounces off the front of the rim. Kind rim job. Rolls over. Good. No, Carlos, you could be right. And yes, it is. Yes, Cersei, it's going to be a midnight game. Kyrie with a long shot. No good. Tim Hardaway Jr. gets the push rebound back, and they get it into Grant Williams, the little bucket in the paint. 105-103, Dallas lead, 7.5 minutes to go. Dallas Sell's going to take a quick catch and shoot 3. Back rim, no good. Tim Hardaway Jr. with the rebound, and he is on the run, sprinting up the court. He'll drive it back to Williams for 3. And the Mavs are back up by 5. Pop's going to call a timeout. Good evening, Greg. Go Spurs, go to you. And yes, we do need a rebound. Rim job life. Oh my gosh. Victor Wembanyama pull his stats down and put up the guy that just scored. Stretch, it's not been a kind night for Spurs in the fouls. It's not been good. But you know what? It's still a close game. We still have 7-11 to go. And yes, we do still suck at rebounds. Still, that was a huge problem last year. Clearly, our defense sucks. We're giving up 108 points. Yeah, that's fair, Razor Scooter. Spurs bench, low energy. Jedi, I'm feeling a little low energy right now. I'm tired. But we'll make it to the end. How many Spurs Vic have? How many Spurs does Vic have? Euro, I don't know what to do with all that. So look up Dwight Howard. I'm not going to look it up now. I'll just look up and see what's going on with them after the game. Mamu, nope. Julian Champagny, nope. Blake Wesley, nope. Serge Barry Rice, nope. City Sissoko, nope. Oh, Mike Diaz. Rich, I just stomped on my couch with that last three and broke a board in the bottom of my... Oh, gee. Don't do that, man. Don't break your couch. I mean, I might grind my feet on my couch and get some mud on my couch and yell obscenities, but I won't break my couch. Is there no post-up clause in Webby's contract? Right? Is City in street clothes? Time to buy a new couch. Rock and roll those legs up, says Butterfly. Honey Badger, yes, they are. But that doesn't mean the Spurs can't win this. I was quoting the Chappelle Show. Or talking about the Chappelle Show, grinding my feet on my couch. I would never go over to somebody's house and grind my feet on their couch. That's just ridiculous. I'm a grown man. Yeah, I remember going over to my friend's house and grinding my feet on his couch. Victor has 6 points. Carlos, he has almost as many fouls as he does points. He has 6 points and 5 fouls. The Cersei says last year was so terrible he had 3 holes in the wall. Last year was a tough season to watch. It was a developmental season. It was a season that eventually brought us the first number 1 overall pick, but it was a tough season to watch nonetheless. And yep, Wemby 5 fouls in 16 minutes. Jumpman Crypto said the Spurs are a trash can. Wicked triples. Victor Wembanyama does have a triple single right now. Falcon Lord, the debut not going as hoped. A lot of foul trouble tonight. And Julian's foul, this timeout is far too long. I'm Rick James, Rich. Astros know about trash cans. Ouch. 6 points, 5 fouls. In like 16 minutes, Carlos. Victor Wembanyama, you need to get off this live chat and start playing. That's a good point. Wemby's back in the game. How long until he picks up his 6 fouls, Spurs fans? Alley-oop to Wemby, and he gets the alley-oop. He barely got it in, but got his 8th point of the night, finally. Using that crazy reach. 1 minute, says Yastrzemski. And if I was the Mavs, I would attack him right now. Hardaway jumper is good. 110-105 under 7 minutes to go. Wemby should be in the rest of the game unless he gets his 6th foul. Trey Jones with the ball right now. Over to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan's going to take off, gets to the post. Throws it up off the glass. He's been missing so many of those little jumpers in the paint or in the post. Irving with a long shot. No good. Wemby with the ball right now. Wemby crossover, pull up 3. There we go. Came back in, gets an alley-oop dunk and a 3. That's 6 missed chip shots for Sohan. Jeez, I believe it too. He's missed a lot of stuff by the rim. Hardaway Jr. for 3, no good. Rebound knocked back to Hardaway, takes another 3, and then a flying lively for the follow-up dunk. Flies through there, dunks it, and falls into the crowd. Osman for 3 down the other end. That's good. We got a 1-point game, guys. We got a 1-point game. All right. It's getting interesting now. Lively one-on-one with Wemby. Lively will drop it off and almost a steal by Osman. Osman gets hit in the face by Kyrie. And the foul's on Osman. Okay. Osman playing D with his nose, exactly. That Lively putback was extremely nasty, Phil. That was ridiculous. In fact, he went flying out of bounds. Yep, playing D with your nose. Lively's looked good tonight. He has looked really good. I'm impressed. Doncic with the ball. Pass it over to Kleber for three. Just misses. Trey Jones with the rebound. Spurs trying to take the lead. Get it up the court to Wemby. Wemby. Boom, chakalaka. And one with the thunder. Dunk. Oh, justice. And Wemby's come alive in the fourth quarter. What we needed, baby. Anyway, you know, I was thinking it looked a little like Derek White. Wemby had 4 points going into or 6 points. He missed a free throw. 7 points in the fourth quarter, though. And whoops. 113-112. Spurs up by uno. 7 points in the last 2 minutes off the bench, he said, from Wemby. Hardaway Jr. for three, no good. Kelvin Johnson with the rebound. Kelvin gets it up to Trey. Trey drops it off to Osman for three. Front rim, no good. Doncic with the rebound, brings up for Dallas. 4.5 minutes to go. Luka out three-point land, 1-on-1 with Kelvin. Pick and roll. Now the switch, Osman on Luka. 10 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Doncic drives to the post, gets double-teamed. They kick it out to Kleber to go around the world, find the wide-open Williams for three. Bang. And timeout pop. Timeout Spurs. No, Williams is on fire tonight. Grant Williams has played very well tonight. It's been a good game, though, Melissa. It's been a darn good game. And nice to see Wemby come to life here at the end of the fourth quarter. I'm Rick James. Timeout, my friends. Need to stop. We cannot leave Williams open. Yes, sir, King. He's been open a lot, and he is feasting on us when he's open. And yes, he's loving those corner threes. Your daughter said you're an idiot for breaking your couch. Well, I mean, Lucas still needs his 2 assists. No, Zach, no overtime. Please, no overtime. It's a celebration, Spurs fans. Williams on 50-40 splits on shooting tonight. Hey, you know, as a Spurs fan, I wanted to see a good game tonight. I wanted to see Wemby play well. Wemby didn't have a lot going on in the first 3 quarters for that matter, but smart daughter, like, certainly turning it up here in the fourth. And Luka's just a little short of a triple-double. 27, 12, and 8 assists. Needs 2 assists. I'm shocked he hasn't gotten it yet. Still, he's got 4 minutes to get it. I think he'll still get it. I'd be shocked if he does not get the triple-double. By the way, anybody that's new to the channel, thank you for stopping in tonight. This is a San Antonio Spurs channel primarily, but it's also an NBA channel as well. And I do sports music just because I like making music. We have a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. That sounds like something you're interested in joining. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to join us. Wemby, pull up. There we go. $115. Wemby looking fantastic here. He's got 9 points in the fourth quarter since checking back in. We're going to have a foul on the Spurs, though. Not on Wemby. He's going to make Kelvin Johnson. Wemby's looked really good this fourth quarter. The Pussycats, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Luka will be a Spur in 2 years. Lewis, I mean, I plan on staying up for the whole game. I'm exhausted, but, I mean, I'm a Spurs fan. I think it's very obvious which team I call. Kelvin just got hit in the head and knocked down. No whistle. Luka's wide open for three. No good. Demisel with the rebound. Josh Green's now down. Just a lot of contact recently. No whistles. Victor with the ball. Starts to drive. Wemby tries to get into Zach Collins. Bad pass. That's going to be a turnover. Tim Hardaway Jr. bringing it up for the Mavericks. And now another whistle. And the Mavericks are calling a timeout. Jason Kidd timeout. 2 players playing with 5 fouls. No James Harden to Spur. Obviously, I have 5. Refs, yeah. Mike Gutierrez, I'm not a fan of when there's a lot of whistles in the game. Whether it's for my team or against my team, I don't care either way. I just want to play basketball. People paid premium to hear for whom the whistle tolls. You ain't kidding. This game is tied. I just realized the game is tied. Why are you playing frantic ball? Wemby with 5 turnovers and 5 fouls. That's me on 2K. Nice. Where's Keldon Johnson? He's still on the Spurs. He's a starter. I thought Wemby was going to shoot. Yeah. Well, it's all tied up. If anybody's new here, this is a live play-by-play channel. Live reaction, live scoreboard. We got a live who's on the court over there. We have a wonderful Spurs community in the chat. If you're a San Antonio Spurs fan, this is the place to be this season. We'll have a lot of videos about the Spurs. And, of course, we'll be live for probably at least 78 of the Spurs games. That's the goal. Victor Wembanyama told us he would turn it up, and he has. Wemby's in the chat again. Mr. Beecher 33. Yes, just give me the damn ball. And it has been a good game. It has. David Cisneros, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Maybe we should make KJ the point. I mean, KJ has a lot of assists tonight. I would hate seeing Harden on the Spurs, Phil. Absolutely hate it. Doncic with the ball right now. 13 on the shot clock, guarded by Kelvin. Pick and roll with Kyrie, the switch. Trey Jones guarding Luka right now. Huge height advantage for Luka. We get it out to Cleaver for 3. Air ball. Air ball. No, we don't need double OT tonight. Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. Gets it back to Zach Collins. Collins will get it to Wemby. Wemby in the post. Turnaround fadeaway jumpers. Ooh, that was an air ball. That looked... I don't feel like that shot. Still tied. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Luka Doncic with the ball. One-on-one with Devin Vassell. Tough fadeaway jumper. Off the rim. No good. Kelvin with the rebound. Zips it up to Trey Jones. Trey Jones sprinting up the court and in the paint. The layup is no good. Foul's going to go on the line for 2. And the Spurs can take the lead at the line. Trey Jones has looked good tonight. I'll give him credit. He's played very well tonight. Let me go on the line for 2. I mean, this is a lineup that you guys have talked about being a possibility. Collins, Wemby, Keldon, Devin, and Trey with Sohan coming off the bench. Yeah, we did, Gabriel. Sib text, good evening. This is opening night for the Spurs and Mavericks. The game is in San Antonio. The Spurs are up by 1, and this is the NBA regular season debut of Victor Wembanyama. Also the debut for the Mavericks, Derek Lively, who's looked really good tonight. Let's not forget that. If you have not hit the thumbs up and you're enjoying the stream, please do so. It does help the channel. It's the only thing we'll ever ask for here in TSR Sports, as we are Spurs community. There you go. 2:20 to go. Doncic in the paint. Gets the jumper and 1. What's Trey's stats? 14, 5, 6 for Trey. Yes, he is consistent. Consistently mediocre, but still consistent. Oh, a good one. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, no way to get more people in the chat. Keep hitting the thumbs up, interact with the channel. Maybe we'll get 4 people before the night's over. Luka is always in slow motion spur of the moment, but man, he makes it work. Mavs take the lead, 118-117. 2:16 to go. Luka with 30 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. Still looking for those last 2 assists for the triple-double. He's had 8 assists going into the 4th quarter. And a foul on Kyrie Irving away from the ball. Wemby, I think, has 1 block. I don't know. Scoot Henderson scored his first points in his NBA career. Oh, congratulations. Both teams are in the bonus. This is 2 free throws for Devin Vassell. They have finally scrapped Sohan point guard nonsense in this quarter. Sohan's not been shooting well tonight. He's missed a lot of chip shots at the rim. Oh, of course, Jason. Absolutely. Do I like Summer League, Zach? I mean, I enjoyed calling it this year. I finally got to see Kai Soto play in the Summer League. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. Sohan's coming back in. Trey Jones is coming out. What were you guys just saying? On the Vats TV, I don't know Wemby's full stats, although they keep putting them up on ESPN, so when I see them, I'll try to remember to read them. He had 6 points going into the fourth quarter. He's got 15 points now. I think he's got like 5 boards or 6 boards. Whoops. Spurs up by 1. 2 minutes remaining. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Both teams with 2 in the bonus. Doncic with the ball right now, 1-on-1 with Keldon Johnson. The pick and roll gets by Keldon into the paint. Pass it over. Wide open Kyrie Irving for 3. Shoot. Good. And the Spurs do have their starting lineup out there. Zach Collins down 3-point line. Gets over to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan with the pick and roll. Zach gets into the paint. Throws it out to Keldon. Keldon going to drive. Tough shot. Gets his own miss. Again, another miss. And then Jeremy Sohan gets the ball stolen. Doncic running the fast break. 3-1. Devin Vassell can't get back there and stop the break. And it's 123-119. Spurs down by 4 now. 2 possessions. Spurs have had control of a good portion of this game. Keldon's going to drive into the paint. Gets doubled in the paint. And turns the ball over. That is not what we wanted. The clock's a little ahead. 56 seconds to go. Keldon not coming big here at the end of the game when we needed him. Kyrie going to take a 3 over Wemby. And another rebound for the Mavericks. Spurs still suck at rebounding. Four on the shot clock for Doncic. Step back 3 over Vassell. Oh, crap. That's going to... Wow. Well, now we need a miracle. Why you take Jones out? I mean, they were playing better with Jones in. You know what, M-Easy? I'm going to have to agree with you here. The offense was rolling a little better with Jones in there. Luka being Luka, Jason. If anybody's checking out, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. Would appreciate you. I'll be here till the end. This is what's bad when we hope our team is good. We get disappointed. Well, I mean, I said 38 wins. The Spurs always find a way to lose to Dallas the last few years. The game's not over yet, but we need a miracle at this point. That's true, Apollo. Look, there's a lot of good takeaways. I mean, to see Victor struggle in the first 3 quarters and have constant foul trouble, and then come out in the fourth quarter and start firing on all cylinders, that's a good thing. That means, you know, he can move on from bad play and still have a good quarter. Oh, it's a battle for Texas. Keldon definitely... Luka got the 10th assist, by the way. He's got 33, 14, and 10. Not a good sequence for Keldon Johnson in the last minute or so. Joshua, not a sewing guy. Agree about Jones. Someone left Kyrie alone in the corner for 3. He's a bull in a China shop. Needs to... Carlos, I don't know. Thank you all here, okay? But it's been weird with the involvement with Wemby tonight. He was just shooting 3s for the first 3 quarters and finally got involved in the fourth quarter. Spurs ball right now, and they're taking way too long to get this play going. Devin Vassell's going to launch a quick 3, gets blocked from behind, and out the game. That's game. Congratulations, Mavericks fans. Mavs are just going to dribble it out. GG. He got us again. This actually was the biggest lead of the game for the Mavericks. Oh, boy. We'll put the F on here. Not the F you're thinking of. F for final. Doncic with a triple-double. Normally I go over the half, the end. Well, you know what? I'll go over the ending game of stats real quick. That's the right thing to do. It's a good game. Spurs didn't get the win, but, you know, it's early. Early in the season. All right. Kleber with 6. Williams with 17. And, wow, Williams with 17. Jones with 1. Kyrie Irving finished with 22. Doncic with the triple-double, 33, 14, and 10. Off the bench for the Mavericks, Hardaway with 17. Lively with 16. Curry with 0. He played a whole 4 minutes. I didn't realize he even played. Green with 11. And Exum with 3. Derek Lively looked really good in his debut. 7 of 8 from the field. 16 points, 10 boards. Played 30 minutes for our San Antonio Spurs. Zach Collins with 14, Jeremy Sohan with 13, with 7 boards and 5 assists. Only 4 of 12 from the field, though. He had 3 of 6 from the line. Some of those little chip shots right in front of the rim go in. This is a totally different game, but he just couldn't get anything to drop. Kellen Johnson had a good game, except for that closing sequence. He did have 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. Victor Wembanyama with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block. He did have 5 turnovers, and I did mention, talking about the Spurs, one concern I had with Wemby was the turnovers. He averaged about 4 turnovers a game in the preseason, and we're seeing, you know, the same turnovers here in the regular season. I know it's only one game, but that's a concern I might have moving forward with him. Off the bench, bench play was not really great except for Trey Jones. Doug McDermott did nothing tonight. 0 points in 11 minutes. Osman was okay. 12 points in 22 minutes. Charles Bassey, 2 points in 13 minutes. Trey Jones had 16, 6 rebounds, 6 assists on 5 of 7 shooting in 25 minutes. And then Malachi Branham had 7 off the bench. So tough loss. It's a long season. We still have 81 games to go. And I'll be here for pretty much all of them. Luka Doncic is a bad dude, man. He's a bad dude. Luka just dropped an F-bomb on ESPN, did he? Did he say F ESPN? Because if he did, good. He should say that. So we've all been streaming for well over 3 hours. And Dad of 3, thank you for stopping as a Rockets fan. I appreciate y'all for being here. And I'm exhausted, so I got to call in. I'm so tired. Until next time, my friends, I'll see you Friday night for the Rockets and Spurs. What you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!